himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took At least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
How many? How many? What's up, whore? When? Okay. Who else we got? JP, JQ, what it do? Keno, Majestic, Pharaoh. Oh, man, I totally appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you guys go check out 9 Wives, man. That's what we're streaming. Read the damn, will you read the damn poster? It says 9 Wives right on it, man. Go to the website. It'll answer all those questions, man. Go check it out, man. Award-winning film, man. It's done amazing, man. And before we get into the show, without further ado, we got the award-winning, the incomparable, the student of the month, big bro, Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne. Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. You were spectacular this evening. 10,000 hours, man. We getting our 10,000 hours live and in color, man. What it do? How it doing, man? What it do, man? How's everybody doing, man? We in a great mood or what? We in a great mood or what, man? Are we in a great mood or what, man? Life is good. What else we got? Life is great. Let's talk some boxing, man. Oh, man. Man, that's 10 Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. I told you, man, these are middle schoolers, man. Y'all want them to fight? Oh man, it's a soap opera. It's a how they saying love you. That's how they say in Spanish. Duele, nueve duele. What they say? Good night, love you. All right, good night, love you, dog.
So what were you saying?
Good night, love you.
Okay.
All right, man. What's up, Dre's Finest? How you feeling? How you feeling? Feeling? Oh man, yeah. You charting, huh? Enjoy that, man. You in the hospital? You in the hospital charting? I respect that, man. Let's see. Ryan Garcia said Tank tried to steal his chain, man. Mama tried to take his chain. Y'all, and you know what YouTubers gonna say? Mama stole my chain. I'm willing to bet. I haven't seen no videos on it. I swear. Mama stole my chain. They gonna put a picture of Debo and what's the other guy's name? But in reality is Tank is still immature. What are you doing, Tank? Tank, what the fuck are you doing, nigga? What are you doing? Why are you in a club? You are on trial. You have an open case. Why are you in a club? Answer me this. Where are his leaders? Who is Tank's role model? Who is his mentor? Why the fuck is Tank? They upstairs. Oh, nursing home. I respect that. Appreciate you, big homie. Why is Tank in a club and he has an open case? He has a 2-day trial coming up December 12th and December 13th, and he's in a club. That whole 135-pound division is a bunch of kids, man. It's a whole bunch of kids doing what they want to do, high signing, buying chains, buying jewelry, buying cars, high signing on each other. That's all they doing, man. They don't want to fight, man. They just want to yell from their mountaintops. Hey, Ryan, give me your chain. Hey, Shakur to Devin. Hey, Devin, sign the contract. Keyshawn Davis. Oh, you running from Shakur? Shakur. What Mr. Haney say? You a bitch. We don't need a white man. Actually, we need a white man to save us from ourselves. You got 5 black fighters. Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney is one more. Tank 4. Tank Davis. What they doing? In a club trying to steal a chain, calling each other nigga online and a bitch and fuck you and this. We need the white man. They actually need Bob Arum. Because you know what? They'll wear a suit for Bob Arum. But for us, they gonna wear a chain. Oh, yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga, look at me now. Yeah, nigga, I'm a chain. Yeah, I'm a chain. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hey, nigga, what's up, man? Yeah, the white man saving me. You know what I mean? And the reality is, I'll get you in a second. Don't give a fuck. He can't be in the club when you got an open case. Are you stupid? Why are you in the club and you got an open case? He can't enjoy himself. Yeah, he can enjoy himself in prison. Shit. You can't sit on your ass for 6 months and not do anything. Be a father. Yeah, be a father. No, they need to. What do you mean? Stop the white man BS. Didn't you hear those guys yesterday? Bill Haney, Devin Haney, Shakur, Keyshawn. They ain't gonna listen to me. They ain't gonna listen to you. They'll listen to Bob, though. They ain't gonna listen to you. They need the white man. The white man pays them. The white man feeds them. The white man takes care of them, tucks them in at night. Yeah. Yeah. Call me a liar. Call me a liar. But if I say, hey, y'all need to take control of the 135-pound division. As soon as Shakur Stevenson won the fight, that was my first video. Y'all need to get on Zoom, FaceTime together, and figure out how can y'all get $100 million out of this thing. Ain't that what I say? They ain't gonna listen to me. Paying the purse ain't got nothing to do with integrity. So it's so ignorant. This is why. This is the level of ignorance in black people. I don't pay their purse, so therefore they can be ignorant. Therefore, they can have lack of integrity. You might as well just go be a gangbanger, Tavion. Go be a gangbanger, nigga. Go be a gang member. Whoever pays me is in control. Whoever pays me, that's who I have integrity for. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, man. But I know y'all gonna defend y'all fighters. I already know. Because it's cool. You know what? Y'all like when niggas sound like niggas. Y'all don't like a man that talks and sound like Brian Custer, huh? He's too ordinary, huh? He's too ordinary. You don't like a man that takes care of his family, huh? Y'all don't repost that shit. Y'all repost Megan Good. Megan the Stallion, whatever her name is. Cardi B. Y'all repost that shit. If I go to y'all Instagrams, y'all reposting that nigga shit. Y'all posting Coolio today. Coolio's name ain't never, ever been in this chat. Ever have we ever mentioned Coolio. Never. We've never mentioned Coolio. But you know what the world gonna do? Rest in peace, Coolio. Rest in peace, Coolio. I respect that. But the point I'm making is we are celebrity and personality driven. Y'all don't repost my shit. I'm here every day, at least 2 hours a day. But y'all gonna repost Coolio. Yes. Say it again. Can you what? Tomorrow. Okay. Love you. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. Oh, super weirdo. Super weirdo. I'll take it. Go kill a nigga. That's probably what you want to do. You one of them niggas that smoke blunts with his pants halfway off his ass. That's who you are. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. This is culture, nigga. Culture. That's culture. A man in the suit is lame. Right? Floyd Mayweather's culture. He done lost all his black fighters except one, Tank Davis. All his black fighters gone. Tell me a black fighter outside the Tank that Floyd has that you know of. I'll wait. I know he got some, but y'all ain't seen him fight. I'll wait. All his major black fighters, gone. I'm a hater that Hitchison left 3 black men to go to 1 white man. I'm telling you, man, the white man is saving so many Negroes, man. The white man is saving so many Negroes. So many Negroes. Oh, the white man saving y'all. In the name of the Father, Son, Eddie Hearn, Bob Ballroom. Amen. That's who y'all look up to. Oh, Fred's a hater. But I told you this storm was coming. Shout out to all the people in Florida, man. Man, America step in. Hopefully America steps in immediately with some aid. How about we get some aid down there? Obviously, we got billions, right? We got billions. Hopefully we get that infrastructure back up within a year. Rolly's black. You got me. Rolly's black. Rolly's black. Black and Cuban. Absolutely, he's black. It took you a minute though. And you're right though, Rolly. I forgot about him. But what we gonna do about this, man? We gonna get into pro God or pro God or pro black. We gonna get into that. I appreciate Birdman with the topic from yesterday. I think that's interesting. But it's interesting. Yeah, I look up to Bob. I do. I actually signed to him. I'm actually signed. So if I look up to Bob, then who is Bob to all the fighters he signed? Their daddy? Bottle Jack is gone. See? Because he's paying them. Whoever pays you can starve you. Whoever can pay you has the option to starve you or feed you. Hey, who feeds Fred? Fred, who feeds you? Yeah, I hear you. Ah, man. Hey, y'all don't like the truth, man. Hey, that's why y'all didn't like Chaotic Truth when he ended. Oh, his delivery was off. Who gives a fuck about a delivery? Your boss is underpaying you right now. Your boss ain't giving you what you deserve. Trust me. It's a delivery, man. Do killers say, hey, we gonna, before, outside of mystical, how many killers or rapists or thieves say, can we do the Lord's Prayer before I rob you, rape you, or kill you? Do they? Do they? Do they? I don't have no white man in my life, though. That's the irony about it. I have no white man paying me. No white man pays me. I use his banks, though. I mean, if you want to call it that, I use his banks. You know, but I do have a $500,000 in a black bank. I have a million in an Asian bank because it's closer. I have yeah, so I got like 2 million in the white man's bank. You know what I mean? Close to 2 million right now, but it'll be gone by the end of the year. I got to buy something. Yeah, so I took my money out of Wells Fargo. Remember that they said no black people had talent? Go to my Instagram. I took my money out and took it to One United, a black bank. I circulate $1 million through a black bank. I create over 50 jobs a year. I house hundreds of black people. Not hundreds. Hundreds of black and brown people. I house them. I take care of families. During COVID, I gave back $100,000. Yeah, Fred really is him. I'm really him in real life. Any more questions? Any more questions? I mean, if you want to spend a day with me, you're more than welcome to fly to LA and spend a day with me. Not a problem. You got to work out with me, though. You know what I mean? You got to go run them 4 miles with me. You got to go, you know what I mean? You got to go lift them weights. You know what I mean? Can you do it? If you're more than welcome, you pay yourself and you can meet me at the gym. You're not coming to my house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all calling me a hater, but it's not about me, man. Even though I would like it to be, you know what I mean? I don't know nothing about Demetrius Andrade. I've never covered Demetrius Andrade. I know he's made some terrible decisions in his life. Eddie Hearn overpaid him because of the market, and he was one of the guys that overpaid him, and he was a great beneficiary of that. And hopefully he saved his money because no one is going to pay him. No one. He doesn't have a belt. He has no value. It's over. It's basically over for him. Over. He might as well retire. Can he do commentating? Because it's over for him. He didn't. He had 3 or 4 chances on the zone to really wow us and get early round knockouts and be spectacular, but he boxed. And he's not boring, but I mean, he's an exciting fighter for the first 2 rounds. The last 10, he just cruises, man. I don't know. You know, you gotta entertain, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, him and Jamal. Jamal is Steven Espinoza. We'll get into the topic. Don't worry. Steven Espinoza and Al Haymon has really done a doozy on Jamal Charlo, because Jamal Charlo is the linchpin to Canelo. He's the lure to Canelo, because in order for them to get Canelo, he's the easiest over David Benavidez. So that's why they've been matchmaking him pretty soft. And that's the reality of this thing. So so that's it, man. It's yeah, Jamal's in the pickle, man. He ain't had no check in 2 years. Damn. He was the man. Remember, he opened up the Fox, had a pay-per-view on Showtime. He's been nose diving, man. He's no diving. Fred Wilder said a lot of them took advances. Where he say that at? In what interview? Jay-Z also said that too. Check advances. But Richardson, for those of you who don't know, Richardson has officially signed. Man, let's go to Eddie Hearn's. Let's go to Eddie Hearn's Instagram. What up, Eddie? Eddie. Y'all said I love the white man and all the black fighters signing with him. Man, let me like that. I've never liked. This is the first time in history I have liked Eddie Hearn. I want you. Let's do this. Let's do this on camera. I've never liked an Eddie Hearn post ever in my life. But let's like it together. And I'm going to leave a comment for Eddie, and Eddie's going to laugh at it. Yo, Eddie. Yo, Eddie, you have more TMT fighters than TMT. Hey, he going to use that in his next interview. Watch. Hey, yo, Eddie. Yo, Eddie. Yeah. And hot dog. See, now you understand the business of boxing. See, everybody knows the common sense move. Now the big move is Hitchins versus Montana Love. You smart. Hitchins is going to fight November 12th as one of the fights. He's going to fight a beatable opponent. He's going to look good. They want Hitchins to look great. And obviously Montana Love and Hitchins is the fight to make. And that's a hell of a fight. Oh, training camp. Are they down there? 78 Sports is down there at he's down there with Wilder. That's dope. If he's down there with Wilder, that's dope, man. That's some dope shit. I'm glad he got out there. That's good. I haven't been keeping up. I didn't know he was down there. Oh, he's down there? Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I'm glad. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's all fucked up. That's dope. I'm glad they down there, man. Showing the champ some love. That's important. That's really, really important. Where else we at? Let me let you guys in, man. I want to hear y'all. Fred, why you hating? Why am I hating? I want to tear y'all a new asshole, man. Come on in. Come on in, opportunity. let me I ain't put the phone. The phone is open. Phone line is open. And then we also want to talk about pro God. Is it either I don't want to lend my opinion. I don't want to I'm not a pastor. I'm not the guy that wants y'all to agree with me. I don't want no one to agree with me if you don't have to. But what's up, Fernando? Pro God or pro love? Pro God or pro love? What's up, man?
Yo, why don't fighters bid on their own fights to inflate the purse bid value? Because a lot of them default anyway, so don't tell me, oh, because if they can't pay it, then they got a deal. No, a lot of these purse bid things get ironed out outside of the purse bid, even after the purse bid.
Right.
So Demetrius Andrade, if Frank Warren puts up 305, why didn't he put up 400?
Then he will be obligated.
Okay.
He don't have the infrastructure. What's up, champ?
I don't know, man. I just feel like, where did this Marv Nation company come out of?
Where does what?
The Marv Nation company, the one that bid on.
They're out of LA. They're out of LA. So they do a lot of local shows in Pico Rivera and Hollywood. I think Hollywood, but all over LA, and they do well. They draw well.
Right, but you saw the winning bid for the Progray.
Did they pull out?
No, they haven't as of yet. But still, like, how are they going to make this happen?
Oh, it's going to be on pay-per-view. They said, and they're going to have a live gate,
and that's going to cover the cost.
I mean, they need a 10,000 person arena to cover $3 million.
Okay, so
how much is the purse? How much was the?
It was like 2 point something.
Okay, yeah, they can cover that. I'm sure they can cover that. I'm sure they can get like 20,000 pay-per-view buys from family and friends and the promotion of it. How much is it? So 20,000 times 30. How much is that?
Well, 10,000 times 30, that's 30,000. So 60,000.
Oh shit! Yeah, they got some work to do. They got some work to do. Dog.
No. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I'm of the belief, and this is a baseless belief, but there's something going on behind the scenes where there's business to business transactions to where they make it make sense, and then they falsify the numbers when they give it to sources, right?
Right.
But yo, listen, man, Demetrius Andrade, from what I heard, he's his family is a business oriented family, and that
they own a bar, right? They own a bar.
They got a couple of things going on over there. So it's like, when this 305 happens, why don't you just put the 400 in?
They ain't got that.
Come on, man. They've made millions of dollars. Like Eddie, listen, he didn't get the big fights, but he was making millions of dollars each fight. Like, why does it sound so foreign when I say, why don't you put $400,000 for your own career?
No, it makes sense because they buy $400,000 chains, $400,000 cars. They don't have the infrastructure, man. These dudes want to go to clubs with some tight jeans and an iPhone 14 and steal chains. That's what they want to do.
So, oh no, wait. But Andrade offered Chris Eubank $1 million. So what was the source of those funds? That was on video, and that was a choreographed video. Like, it was like a planned out video. He had a cameraman, and he was like, "Yo, I'll give you $1 million." So what about that? Let me get to the thing. So in theory, let's say David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade happens on PBC Showtime, right? That tells me that the content, the value of the video footage, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what masters, like, you know what you call masters in music? I don't know what that's called in video. But Samson Lukowicz turned down $7 million for Benavidez to fight Andrade, for which Samson would have made 23 to 33%, maybe 20% to 33%. I don't know what his percentage is.
Really?
Something along those lines.
Wow.
So the real hidden value, the most intrinsic valuated part of all of this is the fight footage. Owning the, like, I guess that's what it's all about, right? Like, yo, I don't want you fighting on an outside network and me still collecting a percentage because the footage costs more. The rights to this footage cost more than anything else. Fuck the pay-per-view buys, fuck everything else. Fuck the percentage that I make off of you. This library is the most valuable thing in all of this. Am I wrong or am I? Well, tell me what you think.
I mean, you're making a lot of sense. I don't know how valuable the library is.
That has to be, because look, Al Haymon will make his advisory percentage whether they fight outside or inside, right?
Well, we don't know that because look, Richardson Hitchins on the left.
Yeah, so but now he's a prospect.
Yeah, but it don't matter. But that's the leak in the dam. Al Haymon, how can he get his money?
So for the guys that's making 6 and 7 figures, he gets what, 12%? What's Al Haymon's percentage?
I don't know what it is. It's
it wasn't a lawsuit. I can't recall it off the top of my head, but it's seeming to me more and more and more.
I got you in a second, Jay Blast.
So I hope I'm not interrupting anybody.
No, you just come on with us. But
the most valuable thing is the rights to the footage, man, the library. And if you look at the top ranked company, the thing that they got to leverage the most is the building, right? They own the building outright, and it's a library.
Mm-hmm. So also the fighters' contracts too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the thing with those contracts, they're like options contract, right? They go bad fast. Right, the thing that lasts, the thing with the most longevity, the thing with the most value is this fucking fight footage. That's why they don't want you fighting outside, because we lost the rights to that footage, right? Even though I still make 20 to 30% when you fight outside, and that's like, remember when Sergey Kovalev fought Canelo? Bob Arum still got crazy bread off of that. He let him go outside to what was it, on the zone? He let him fight on the zone because he got like $2 million for doing nothing.
Right. Same thing with Tio. Let's bring Jay Blast in. He has a question for both of us. What's up, Jay?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can let Fernando continue. I don't mind holding off.
Okay, go ahead, Fernando.
So if it's the library that gives you the most, let's assume there's some type of residual income and it lasts forever, right? Once you fight, the fight's there, the footage is there. Why wouldn't you want to fight as many times as possible? And why wouldn't you want to bet on yourself so you could own the footage? Because that nobody seems to be talking about the rights to the footage. And to me, like, all this arguing and bickering is not about the purses. It's about like, yo, who owns the content? Who owns the content? No, I don't want him go crossing the street, even though I get a percentage, because I want to own the content.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is right. But these fighters ain't gonna do that, man. They ain't gonna listen to what I've been telling them to do for years. Now they stuck. Now they super stuck.
How are you stuck when there's an open marketplace for bids and different things like that?
Well, I mean, they don't want to leave Al. They're loyal to Al because Al says I love you. Al says I love you on the phone.
Okay, so Andrade's not with Al.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna take it off of boxing for a little bit.
Right.
Lamar Jackson is betting on himself. Like, he's more of a boss right now than any boxer could say that they are. Right now, whether it works out for him or it doesn't, I don't know. He's taking a huge risk with the way that he's playing out this contract thing. And even if his mom makes a fraction of 1% of whatever that contract's going to be, you compare that to purses within boxing, you compare that to what promoters make in boxing, you compare that to what managers and agents make in boxing, and let's really talk about who's the boss and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about who really bets on themselves. And a lot of people are saying, his mom shouldn't be an agent. Like she's not competent. She doesn't have the resources. She doesn't have the wherewithal. But once he's betting on himself, so I can't say it's gonna work out. But if it does work out, look how much money stays within the family.
No, I'm with you on it. I am a strong proponent of betting. Look at me. I've bet on myself. I'm a strong proponent of that. I mean, I am.
Yo, why didn't Lions only bet on the purse bid? like, isn't that a power move? Like, yo,
it's a shell company. It's a shell company. It's not real.
Is it that okay? So even if it is a shell company, I'm Jamal Charlo, the boxer. This brand that I share with my brother Lions Only. Like, yo, we got a backer that's gonna back us. Like, so I'm gonna put up 250. I got a backer that puts up 250, and then we're gonna win the rights to this shit, or we're gonna make some noise. Even if we don't win, we're gonna make some noise just because it's some good PR.
Yeah, and then you got to rent the stadium. You got to build the infrastructure. You got to find a network. It's a lot of work. You got to have infrastructure, but and that's why PBC has TGB for the infrastructure. You know, physicals, travel, purses, undercard, all that other stuff.
Okay, so let's say somebody bid, like let's say somebody got like a Middle Eastern connect, right?
Right.
Like they'll take care of all that stuff. I'll be the face. Like, come on, this happens all the time, man. Like, I'm not asking for the world here. I'm talking about stuff that regularly happens. This is all OPM, other people's money.
Well, they will be putting up their own money because if Al wanted it, he would have did it. You get what I'm saying?
But Al's not gonna do it out of spite just because what happened like years ago when Andrade pulled out of the Jermel Charlo fight.
Shit, Al won't do it out of spite. But we got Jay Blast on. What's up?
What's going on, fellas? How's everyone doing?
Welcome back. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, you know, it's rare that I get to catch the show because I'm out here on the East Coast in Florida. So, but you know, we're riding the hurricane out. So,
yeah. How's everything?
Everything's good. Just a lot of wind and rain, you know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now, I got a few questions for you, Fred, and then I'm gonna tie it to boxing.
Yeah.
Then Fernando can come in and answer those. So bear with me if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, you often say through yourself, you know others. So on a personal note, I remember you telling the story on how your late father on the deathbed, you asked him if you would have did anything different. And I think his answer was no, right?
Nothing. Yes.
So would you also agree, like, we're a collection of our experiences, right?
Yes.
And a lot of times I don't know if like people that watch the show or boxing fans in general understand, because most people don't go to fights. Is that safe to say?
Oh, for sure. Most people don't go to fights. For sure.
And so, I mean, even before you had the show, I would see you at fights. And it kind of took you a while to get used to, because people don't know you had a YouTube channel for a couple of years before you actually start, you know, going live and
ascending.
Things of that nature.
Right.
So I remember the first time I met you, it was so funny. You was doing an Eddie Hearn interview. And I forgot what fight it was, man.
It was in Texas?
No, it was in Vegas.
Vegas, okay.
And actually, Dre was with you.
Okay.
Actually, Dre was with you, but
okay.
And you was doing it was a bunch. You know, it was one of those scrums, and you weren't comfortable yet with being recognized because you only had like 9 or 10 subscribers, but you was heavy on the Dante. So you know.
Yeah, right. I was. You're absolutely right.
But the reason I bring that up is when Kyle, your co-host, finally started going to fights, and he tried to. I remember him listening to a show, and he talked about how, I think in Atlanta, he tried to interview Leonard Ellerbe.
Right.
And he was disappointed in how he was received. But if you go to fights and the fans go to fights, they would know how Ellerbe is. And I actually remember standing off in the distance. You didn't know I was there, but I remember the last time you tried to get an interview with Ellerbe. I think the last fight we was at, I don't know what fight that was.
That was in Vegas.
Yeah, it's like the Wilder or something. I don't know. I remember how he acted.
Wow, you remember? Tell your side of the story, and I'll fill in the gaps. But go ahead.
Well, you know down there where you exit out of the
Yeah.
you can either go up, you can go up the escalators.
I was standing right. Yeah.
Or you can go out the door.
Sure,
you can go up the escalators to go back to the casino, or you can go out the side door if you're kind of like a local or celebrity or whatever.
Right.
And you ask Leonard, you say, "Let me get a couple of minutes if you don't mind, Leonard." And Leonard did what Leonard does. The same thing. If any one of you guys in the chat walk into him, he's gonna
I'll tell you what he said though. Go ahead.
No, he just Leonard is not very approachable.
Mm-hmm.
You would think he's Floyd Mayweather, but and that's just what it is. But I said all that to say, if you actually go to the fights, because the last fight I went to, it was either Spence. I went to Spence Pacquiao, which ended up being Ugas Pacquiao.
Right.
The last fight I went to was Wilder Fury.
And
on the same weekend they had WrestleMania, and it was in the Raiders Stadium, but it was at the MGM. You know how they have all the setup. And if you see how wrestling treats their fans compared to how boxing treats their fans, which is they don't. The WWF, they had all type of activities.
That's why it takes an hour to get to the stadium because they got so many things right outside the arena. Like they meet you a half a mile before you get to the arena with events and
Absolutely. But see, if you don't go to fights, you don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like to bring Fernando in, you would think that boxers would learn from boxers of the past. So like with the Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, like that fight was supposed to get made. Now it's Crawford Spence, and it was Joshua Wilder. And so if these fights keep continuing to not be made, and then what happens, and we've kind of talked about this privately, Fred, not to bring race into it, but let's take who can we take? Let's take Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They could have made $1 billion with each other. Trilogy.
Oh my God.
But you avoid each other and end up fighting two non-black fighters, and they disrupt your legacy, so to speak. And then you put money in their family. You build their family legacy forever instead of submitting your own. Because let's be honest, Kyle, if Deontay Wilder loses Anthony Joshua, if Anthony Joshua loses Deontay Wilder, we just want to see the trilogy. We just want to see our favorite fighters fight each other. Like all that Floyd Mayweather going, that's cool, but we want to be like every other sport. You get to see the Lakers versus Celtics, whoever. You get to see your favorite football team play each other, your favorite wrestler, but in boxing, we don't get that.
Well, look, with the thing with Leonard Ellerby is he kind of succumbed to the internet because they're very disrespectful to him on the internet, and just off of that, he's got a chip on his shoulder. All the gifts, all the nicknames. So if he's unapproachable, bro, it's because he's on the internet too much. And then when he sees actual real fans, like fans that spend their money, he's still apprehensive just because he's got that chip on his shoulder. Right.
And you know what he told me? He said, "Nah, man, I can't do an interview with you because of Kelly Swanson."
I don't know how all that works. I know the Boxing Voice has a direct relationship with Kelly Swanson. As of recent.
Hopefully it works out well for them, man. They got to eat, and Ness is out there betting on himself. So I want every door open for him.
But going back to what Jay Blast was saying, he's got a point because a lot of these promoters that do shows in the Middle East, it's turnkey ready. They don't have to worry about anything or any hassles. The Middle East is all welcoming, and they just want to show you how westernized they are. So they'll take care of all the logistics, all building up all the stuff, arranging the seats, assembling the ring. You don't even got to bring your staff into their country. And why more fighters don't apply for? I don't even think you need a license to host a fight in the Middle East, right? the monarchy will take care of all of that for you. So I don't know, man. This is some question like only in boxing do you keep hearing I'm my own boss. You know, I control my destiny. I don't hear it in other sports, even though they're bosses in their own right. But boxing keep making that proclamation. I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss. I manage myself. I don't have a promoter. I'm my own promoter. And then you see these purse bids happen, or you see like there's genuine rivalries in boxing. More than like you know how interesting the Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade thing is. They got history, and that's a genuine rivalry right there that they never marketed, promoted, or delivered. The fans were asking for it.
Right.
You know what? That speaks to like all of that speaks to lack of infrastructure. And I know some people might hate to hear it, but I'm telling you the truth. And the reason I brought up the WrestleMania, if you go to the fights, even the way they handle the ticket situation is so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. First, the fight is sold out when it, like, let's just take, for example, a Mayweather fight. You know the fight's not sold out. You know they buy the tickets and then they try to, it's so bad, it'll be a fight. And I've seen this plenty of times in Vegas. Like the tickets, it'll be 5,000 seats shy of empty because they just refuse to. Those tickets have already been like bought by scalpers, and if they don't get the price that they get, so be it.
Yo, some of the scalping was done by Mayweather and company themselves. Like that's not no outside third party scalpers.
Whatever the case may be, it just speaks to poor infrastructure because you don't do that in the NBA. And I know people buy tickets and resell them, but boxing is just like you really have to see it up close and personal to really understand.
It's not only lack of infrastructure, it's lack of regulation, man. It's too fragmented. It's way too fragmented. Like, yo, you get banned to do a show in Nevada, take it. I mean, you get banned to do a show in California, take it to Arizona. Like
Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson on discourse.
I think I forgot who failed the test recently. They brought it to Arizona. I forgot. I think it was Eddie Hearn.
Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah. So
he
it's
got
like,
his ass beat.
Yo, what J Blast 407 is saying, the biggest significant start you have to see to go in the right direction is fighters forming a union.
That ain't happening.
But there's I don't know why it can't happen because every fighter has a blue check Instagram and Twitter and they can direct message each other like, yo, you want to do this? Make it happen.
Man.
So what's the like? They're not relying on like pigeons and letters and shit. They could directly reach out to each other.
You know what's so crazy, Kyle? What's the last fight you went to?
Teofimo Lopez.
Okay,
August 13th.
I remember watching the fight and time he knocked out the guy, the ESPN camera cut to Kyle. I don't know if you know that or not. Kyle jumped up and screamed.
Oh, he knows.
Did you know that, Kyle?
I'm famous.
I'm pretty sure somebody told you that. But
no. That wasn't the first time we was on camera though. That was just that was one of the one times I was paying attention. But
right. But if boxing was smart, they would do stuff like that more and take advantage of YouTube personalities, if you will, instead of trying to shun them and act like they, are above that. They will incorporate stuff like that into the sport because
the only extent to which boxing is willing to do that is that circus you see with Steven Espinosa and Jake Paul.
Well, I'm a different kind of YouTuber though, because I'm in the crowd. I ain't really behind. I'm not really behind the media thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different kind of YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I'm amongst the people, so to speak. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I was able to be on there like that.
Sometimes you stumble upon a marketing,
Yeah, you're talking about an interactive experience,
right?
Like making sure that the fans are engaged in the most maximum way possible, so that they spend a lot of money. Like they'll spend money on merch and this and that. Like if you get to see the fighter, you're most likely inclined to buy merch, and you're gonna spend more money if you get a more optimal, interaction and experience at the site.
But that's the one thing about boxers they don't understand. Not all, but most of them don't understand the importance of merch. The like, shout out to Jordan, man. Shout out to my boy J.I. because he understood merch. He understood, like, okay, we got to get this merch for this fight. We got to do merch for this or that. So Errol Spence always has merch. You know what I'm saying? Every fight is the colors. Everything is ready, prepared, ready to go. Good quality shit every time. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of the boxers fail to realize. I always tell them, like, bro, why don't you have any merch? Why don't you have merch? Like, shout out to Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis. You know, they got merch. So you can go and support the movement online. But Tank, you can't. If you want to get a Tank t-shirt, you couldn't find it.
Ward Kovalev,
one of the biggest stars in boxing, doesn't have merch.
Ward Kovalev had 2 fights in Vegas. Ward had no merch. Kovalev's merch was all over the place. Dante got mad at me, said, "Why you wearing that hat?" I said, "Man, I just want to get some merch from the fight."
Yeah, but with Andre Ward, because he's got to deal with Air Jordan, I don't know.
It's always an excuse with boxing.
Nah, but there's a contract. If they're endorsing him, they're gonna be like, "Yo, listen."
But he had.
You got to deal with Jordan and don't have no merch.
Andre Ward had merch.
Not at the fights.
Yeah, nigga, he just told you why not.
So, okay.
But he had it though. But he had merch.
How
though.
do you
So
have a deal with Jordan and don't have merch at the fights? That's not good business.
Buy it though. These niggas don't have. You can't even buy this shit. They don't even ask for you to buy at all.
So let me ask you a question.
Google, try to get some Gervonta Davis merch.
Ain't none.
It's none. It ain't at his fight.
That's exactly my point. And again, let's speak to the infrastructure that Fred always talk about. Now, let me ask you, Kyle. When you started going to fights, did you look at boxing differently than before you started going to fights?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You listen. If you go to the right, if your first fight is the right fight and the right experience, you're hooked. You're hooked. If your first fight is the right fight, the right experience with the right people, you're hooked. It's like crack. It's like you get that first high and you chasing it. Right now, I'm still chasing Errol Spence versus Sean Porter at Staples Center. 2018? 19. We still on the hunt for that. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight. It didn't have that. To this, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Gervonta Davis, Errol Spence. You can talk all the shit you want about LB. We don't like the nigga, whatever. But those are events. The energy at a Gervonta Davis fight is absolutely unmatched. Errol Spence fight, the energy in that building is unmatched. It's unparalleled. Like, I've been to a Deontay Wilder fight. It was great. It was phenomenal. It was fantastic. But it didn't have that same energy. You know what I'm saying? I've yet to go, like the Shakur Valdez fight had something close to it. Yeah, but it ain't nothing like a Earl Spence fight, bro. Especially in Dallas.
That was in Dallas, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It's a hell of a. He do put on good shows, man. Dallas is just a great city for fights, man. It's probably my favorite city, Dallas, for sure. I lived in New York, so it's not as exciting.
Yeah. I like the Hulu theater doesn't do it for me, dog. Like the Hulu theater doesn't get me excited about boxing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've never seen a fight there.
Huh?
I've never been to a fight at Madison Square Garden.
A word?
Been basketball, but not football. I mean, boxing.
Yeah. I'm listen. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm getting my shit together right now because I gotta go to the Deontay Wilder comeback fight, and I ain't gonna front. And I think in Brooklyn it'd be different from Vegas. Vegas,
You going?
I don't know why people get so excited to go to Vegas. I have not.
It's Disneyland for
every
adults.
flight that I've been to has been more exciting somewhere else, bro.
But it's inclusive. Vegas is inclusive.
Yeah, it's inclusive.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
You
saying,
ain't got to get a rental car. You ain't got to do none of that shit.
I'm just saying the energy
Oh, it's
that I like. Listen, I've seen Shakur Stevenson fight in Atlanta, and I've seen him fight in Vegas. The energy that was in Atlanta. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Why did everybody go away from Atlanta when the energy of the city was so crazy? It sold out.
It's the money.
Shakur Stevenson sold out.
Well, you can't go back-to-back fights in it. You can't go back-to-back fights in Atlanta. It's not a destination.
And you got to be careful with Atlanta, man.
And it's unsafe. And it's the same crowd. They don't want to go back to Atlanta. Nah, they want to go to Vegas.
And people bring families to Vegas now. People bring their little babies to Vegas.
It's different, man.
I'm
Vegas
is
a destination
in the building.
I agree.
You're right about the
It's way better. Like I'm telling you, I've been to a top rank fight and I've been to a PBC fight. Both fights in the same venue. I you know what I'm saying? I go see the other fighter at a different location. It ain't the same. You feel what I'm saying? It just ain't the same. And I'm just saying, like, that's what that's what was wrong with boxing in a nutshell, though. You know what I'm saying? It's too money driven. If they realize, like, hey, if we do shit for fans, the fans are gonna repay. They're gonna repay us by paying for the shit. They just like, we're gonna get the most money for this right here. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna Rolex watch these niggas to death. Instead of doing a Casio, we're gonna do a fucking Rolex. We want it all in one watch. You know what I'm saying? Timex and sold way more watches than Rolex. You did what I'm saying? Give me a fucking G-Shock. Let's G-Shock it up for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They want a Cartier you, they want a Rolex you, they want a Richard Mille you to death. And it's like, bro, just put a great show on in a city that loves fucking boxing, and we're gonna make it work.
For example, go ahead, Jay.
I mean, yeah. So, all right. If HBO gets back into boxing, do you think like they're gonna be dressed in tuxedos and it's gonna be the same type of presentation and production?
They should.
HBO had the greatest production of all time.
Man, that shit was, I ain't gonna lie. HBO is, and I may be biased because, you know, I watched that shit for 25 years, 30 years. So all my VHS cassettes as a kid had HBO on it. And yeah, it because it sets the tone, you know, and YouTubers need to upgrade anyway. I mean, we could still bring our personality. You could still hire Ness, but Ness needs to be in the suit. Ness needs to be in a tuxedo. Like I know it's unlikely, but I'm saying yeah.
So, but that's the thing. So, who like the demographic for boxing? It's kind of an older demographic. Now, when you talk about Tank and Ryan Garcia, they bring in the younger demographic, but it's like boxing never bridged the gap.
You're right.
They keep trying to shake down and milk.
Preach. I'm sorry.
They keep trying to shake down and milk that core demographic instead of building. Like they're not trying to reel in new fans. There's a core fan base there. They might sometimes. So yeah, whenever you see big pay-per-view buys, like 75% of that is casuals, but they're not gonna stay. So if you got 52 weeks in a year and you got a show every week. Okay, big deal. You did one crazy event every 2 years. You did one crazy event every 3 years. But you want people to consistently watch, you got to have quality control. There's a lot of things like, why, like every show that, like the Shakur Stevenson and Conceição fight, right? Like by the time they both stepped in the ring, I mean, I'm on the East Coast. Like, why did you guys get inside the ring a little bit earlier?
Right. I agree.
So it's like yo, who's really like you gotta really love this to stay up and watch this.
Right.
You're not trying to mass appeal. And I'm not talking about so there's a difference between mass appealing and whoring out the sport. You know what whoring out the sport is? When you see Jake Paul and Anderson Silva take up a Showtime date.
Right.
I agree with you.
Listen, Bob Arum, Big Boy, Triller, out of business, out of the boxing business, out of serious boxing business. You dig what I'm saying? Because when he told Teofimo Lopez, sit your stupid ass down, fuck wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what fucked Triller up. Because I'm telling you, if that Teofimo Lopez fight happens, sky's the limit. Like he was like, well, fuck it, man. You know,
yo,
I don't
but
fuck with Eddie
internally,
Hearn like that. But Eddie Hearn is already in the game. His pops is in the game already. They've been here for a while. They're not new to the game, so we'll let these motherfuckers eat real quick. You dig what I'm saying? We'll let them eat. But this new motherfucker that think he finna just come through, snatch up fights, throw hella money in the air at motherfuckers. Nah, hold on, nigga. You tripping. So, hey, I know we don't like each other, right? I know I don't fuck with you, Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I got you. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fuck Triller over something special, right?
yo, Triller was fucked from the start, bro. Like the CEO, like internally, there was a whole bunch of shit going on. Like outside, we saw the Teofimo fight fall apart, but internally, there was a whole bunch of people within the company that didn't have the best interest for the company. There was some self-sabotage going on internally.
Because I mean that listen, to this day, there's not a better event than Roy Jones, Mike Tyson.
Oh, during COVID, that was the best. And
There's
Snoop
not a
Dogg
better
was
event
great.
than it. Like people took ideas, but they didn't maximize it. Like
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah, like the cool
merging.
part about I think it was only $30. It was only $30, so more people bought it than. Yeah, wait, was it 30 or 50?
That's the point I'm making, bro. Listen,
like $1 million.
Fuck the Rolex. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Fuck. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Fuck the Rolex. Just bring the G-Shock. You know what I'm saying? Just sell hella these.
Badu Jack was on that card.
So boxing need to be more consistent, is what you're saying.
Oh man, and truth be told, that's literally what Bob Arum is doing. He's just going sick. He going the speed limit.
Right.
Going the speed limit. Al Haymon. I mean, if he just would have made the fight, for example, imagine the momentum he would have began if Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz was on regular TV or free Showtime. That was a great card. I enjoyed that card from top to bottom. You know, imagine the momentum, you know, from that to that. And you got Deontay Wilder there. And you say, if Deontay Wilder wins, we going to fight this. So now everybody's going to Deontay Wilder's pay-per-view. Everybody's going. Oh, yeah, if he fights him, all the Mexican fans going to buy. I want to see how good Deontay Wilder really is. How much did Tyson Fury take out of him? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now we got something. But, you know, it's
so the Wilder Fury fight, the last fight, they closed the weigh-in to the public, right? So and it was you know, COVID still, but it's just little stupid stuff like that. You gotta have common sense.
Right.
And they said they didn't even close it because of COVID. They said they closed it to the public because the promoters didn't want to pay for the security. You know how you have the security, so it won't be
right.
and all that.
Yo, when it comes to PBC events, is it exclusively like is the PR and all that stuff? Is it exclusively done by Swanson Communications?
Oh, you talking about like for the fighters?
All PBC events.
Well, it's the location has the security.
No, I'm talking about the communications, like the PR and.
Oh, yeah. Kelly.
You know, it's funny that you bring Kelly Swanson up because I know people always laugh at, you know, Fred and the the credential situation.
Right.
Well, how you see Kelly Swanson interact with people, that's how PBC treats the fight fans at events.
Right.
And I know a lot of people not going to agree with this, and you know, it's people listening, but man, and I've been to like 15, 20 fights.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is. Like they treat you like you should be honored to come to this event.
Mm-hmm.
And the event is just so like, I don't want to say unorganized, but you can tell that the infrastructure not in place. It's like pop-up shopish.
Love you.
You know what I'm saying? So what's going to end up happening is Spence and Crawford, they really fucking themselves out of having a trilogy. Each day that goes by, because I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know they talk about when you get to certain levels, you know, you gotta watch who you fight. But like I told you, Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they ain't never have to fight another fighter again except each other. Truth be told, Spence and Crawford in their 30s, they don't gotta fight another fighter again. They can fight each other and ride off into the sunset.
Facts. And one of them can age out Canelo. The winner gets a Canelo fight.
Yo, but why isn't anybody putting pressure on Steven Espinoza? If he's the one that authorized,
he's in LA this week. He's in LA.
Yes, so if he's the one that authorized Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, why can't he get it over the line?
It's only one of me, but he gets to LA tomorrow. He arrives in LA tomorrow. Steven Espinoza.
So yo, you gotta put pressure on him because he never delivered a big fight for Showtime by himself.
On Thursday, right? Yeah. How did you know that, Fred? Anyways, but yeah, he'll be in LA tomorrow, and he'll be in here. He may stay for the whole week, you know. But it's sad what's happening, man.
He's too busy beefing with Eddie Hearn on social media instead of really delivering for the Showtime platform. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard the news that Showtime might get absorbed into the CBS Viacom thing. Like they might just keep it lean, cut out all the executives in Showtime, and just absorb Showtime into the parent. There's a possibility. This is what happens when you talk about consolidation and you know, trimming down everything so that you got a bigger bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Let me Google that.
So how much of a priority is the shit that Steven Espinoza got going on in terms of the entire CBS Viacom, you know, operations?
It's a sad state of affairs, and you talk about bridging the gap with fans, and it's sad because if you meet some of these boxers, like a lot of them are personable, like, you know, even boxers that you might not like a Teofimo Lopez or a Keith Thurman, they'll sit and talk to you all day. So what boxing should have, like before each fight or during fight week, they should have like meet and greets for those diehard fight fans that's coming in Wednesday and Thursday. You got to have events like from 9:30 to 10:25 on Thursday.
Yo, you're asking too much because a lot of these guys don't even want to produce their own content and post it on their own YouTube page. So every couple of weeks, every fighter could post something like, you know, something that's professionally edited and, you know, make a video that's over 12 minutes long. And they could do that every couple of weeks. None of them choose to do it. You don't even have to pay somebody that much money. Get a college intern, have them record you in the gym, or, you know, you don't even have to, like, you know, when it comes to answering questions that fans want to know, you can actually scrape data on the internet to see like what's the most Googled questions about me. And then you could answer it yourself on your own platform.
See, we so used
they don't even do that type of stuff.
We so used to boxing providing a poor product that we defended.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. I'm gonna be honest though. I'm asking, are you talking about like the boxers that's about to fight that week, or are you talking about
no
random boxers?
Say it's a Crawford Spitz fight. The Charlos, they need to have a meet and greet for 40 minutes with merch. People don't understand. You know how big these casinos are? The MGM is big. Yeah. And like when like Mayweather used to fight, say the Mayweather Canelo fight, I remember Sean Porter fighting in like the ballroom downstairs on like a Friday night. But they need to have stuff like that, and fighters need to have their merch so fans can get it signed and autograph a picture. They need to do stuff.
Yo, like boxing needs to take a book out of this independent hip hop scene, like the stuff that you see Currency doing, E40 doing, Larry June doing. Just follow that.
Even Chris Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Chris Brown does his own merch, but
No, I'm saying like as far as the meet and greets and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the $1,000 for the pictures, right?
How else do you expect to build a fan base
I don't
for
think
these boxes? It's a lot of boxes out there, man. It's a lot of boxes.
Yo, look, man, I'm gonna say this. Devin Haney got the right idea because he actually put stuff on the internet. Like he brings you inside his training camp and like he hires people. Like DHP, they actually hire people to do shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. Fred, how do you know so much? This is why I know so much, y'all.
What stock is that?
Showtime, CBS.
Yeah, CBS Viacom.
They 50%. They've lost 50% in value.
Wow.
In 1 year. 50%. How do you know so much? Because I'm in the stock market. So that's how we know that it's trouble in Little China or tea in Little China. You know how they say that shit? But yeah, that's it.
So is it time to buy stock in it or fuck it?
I mean, it's always a good time to buy. It's always a good time to buy. But they got it. See what happens is with Viacom and all that, they own like BET and CBS and Showtime. They got to transfer the entire platform over to digital. Digital meaning the internet. They're not the infrastructure is not there to do that. They've been terrestrial. What's that? Celestial TV for 50 years, whatever it is. You get what I'm saying?
Well, it was premium. It was what's it called? Premium.
Yeah, but still, the infrastructure is not geared towards the internet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, so what's it gonna be? You got Leonard Ellerby and Steven Espinoza calling the zone the app. When in actuality,
the app was the answer.
Yeah, because they're thinking about an app in terms of being on the phone. An app is just not on the phone; it's on the.
You could have it on your PS5.
It's on anywhere. It's on your TV.
Yeah,
right.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. The person that's doing the app the best, Robbie Bob, man.
ESPN
Plus.
Is it solid?
Because what he does is half the card is on ESPN Plus, and the other half is on TV, ESPN.
It's not on YouTube?
No. So now in your mind, you're thinking, I'm on ESPN. You could tell motherfuckers, hey, I'm on ESPN. If you fight on YouTube, oh, I'm on this card, but fuck you, I'm on YouTube. Motherfucker, what the fuck I'm doing with that? From the first fight all the way to the last fight, you can watch it. You can say, nigga, I'm on ESPN. What you gonna tell a motherfucker? Oh shit, I'm on the first fight of the night, but I'm on YouTube. Fuck out of here, man. Niggas ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds very prestigious. Like ESPN. You know, that's like the premier. That's the premier network for a lot of stuff, man. You're talking about college sports, a whole bunch of stuff.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Fred.
Yeah.
What they don't understand is if Box, see, Bob is he's okay with just getting his paper. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's interested in expanding the brand. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just cool where he is. You feel what I'm saying? Because he could go ABC route every time.
Yo, you gotta understand, Bob. Like, that building, the gym they got, the top rank office building, and the library alone, like, they're sitting on some crazy money if they so choose to sell, possibly leverage, or partially sell, bring on board investors. So he's like, even with like PBC, what assets does PBC have?
They have assets. They have human assets. They don't have stock. They don't have brick and mortar. They're not running subsidiaries out of there like a Paramount Plus and stuff like that. So
I don't think there's such a thing as a human asset. There's a human resource. These guys have careers for so long. That top ranked building, he could sell it and lease it back to himself if he ever has money problems.
Yeah, sure could.
And see, you gotta have like internships, and PBC do have, you know, some internship type things, but you gotta have all of that type of stuff built into your infrastructure along with the brick and mortar. You know, it has to be kind of like a ladder, if you will, for like a career,
a feeder system.
Yeah.
But look, okay, so when you talk about feeder system, look at what happened with Richardson Hitchins. Like, yo, the PBC does not have a prospect feeder system. They do really bad with their prospects. What's that kid's name? Joey Spencer. Like, how long are they gonna call him a prospect for? And then what's the other one? The Korean and what was the other one? Like they had an Asian kid. He's an Asian prospect, man. I forget his name, but I don't even know if they were marketing him in the right market. Like they had him fighting in some weird places when if they put him in LA, he would you know, that would have been good for his brand and everything. I forget what his name was. Brandon Lee.
The Subway guy?
No. He's a prospect in PBC, so he's a 140 guy.
Gotcha. But outside of fighters, Fernando, you have to have like a career path for employees. So
but where's the office? Where's the office?
That's what I'm saying. Does PBC have full-time employees, or they just have a girl like Brittany or somebody that's
look, hold on. Even Golden Boy promotions. Golden Boy's older than PBC. Golden Boy's only open like 2 days a week, I think. Fred can confirm this because he's in LA. How many days in a week is the Golden Boy office open?
Never. I mean, open every day. I mean, if you want to be
no. They trimmed it down to like the 2 days. I forgot what they did. Something
over 60 fighters. They released over 60 fighters during COVID.
So like you know, only if you built it up into a sustainable way, you're gonna make it.
See, COVID didn't do anybody any favors, but. And I hate to say this, but you kind of got to give credit to Bob, because to be able to, and that's what they always say about, if you talk about black versus white, as far as blacks investing or whatever.
Wait, hold on. Here's a wild card here, but Kenny Porter had the right idea when the Keith Thurman fight got postponed. Remember Sean Porter did an exhibition on YouTube?
Oh yeah, he fought
he sparred somebody.
That was a good idea.
On video.
I remember that.
But why don't like that? That was like, I mean, at the time, like it didn't get high viewership, but you gotta respect the hustle.
You gotta start
man.
somewhere. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta respect the hustle. Like, he had the right idea. Like, he's like, yo, we're not waiting on a date.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, the best I ever saw Sean Porter look was when he fought Terrence Crawford, but that's just me. But what I was saying,
hell no.
What?
Hell no. He was way Errol Spence. He was way better with Errol Spence.
Now I think he was the best with Danny Garcia. He was on like the front. He was fighting on his front feet. Like he was moving around, and you saw a different Sean Porter for the Danny Garcia fight.
I just didn't think he would look that good against Crawford. But
you can go to the boxing section. You can look up the interview I did with Sean Porter. And he'll tell you exactly what was going on and how he felt versus Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? The Sebastian nigga that he fought. He'll tell you all the things in between. You know what I mean?
Formella.
Old money have the ability to take a hit, take a loss. New money, they can't take them losses. No.
Hold on. PBC was playing with old money. That whole Waddell and Reed money, that was old money. So we can't say it was due to a lack of resources. It's what they did with those resources that determines the sustainability. When you have hundreds of millions of dollars at your disposal, and then you're in the current predicament that you're in now, you fucked it off.
PBC is still in business, but they're not thriving like a top rank. That's all I'm saying. That's why I said,
but they had more resources at one time than Top Rank.
They're surviving. Man, their stock is down 50%. That tells you that they really got to nip and pick and Bellator done failed. I was speaking to a CBS executive live on the show yesterday. They said Bellator is just a piece of shit. I don't know. I mean, it's an epic failure. Bellator is.
Yeah, and
Like-
CBS owns like 51% of Bellator, so that's like an in-house, and that's an in-house league,
in-house. and it's horrendous. And I genuinely believe Steven Espinoza wanted to create some type of league. I don't know this to be true, but I do know that they discussed this in 2019. I don't know what someone y'all got to ask Steven Espinoza. He won't come on. He won't interview with me because I know too much. But you got to ask him, how did the conversation go with him and Allen making PBC a league? Because that was
look
at in 17, 18, and 19.
I mean, I gotta go soon, but I'm gonna say this. You look at the old executives, like before, let's say like when PBC did its thing, like when the separation from Golden Boy happened, PBC started doing their own thing, and then Eddie Hearn got into the United States market. All the old time executives, they got into the sports book business when it started legalizing, right? So Ken Hirschman, I forget all the other names. They left boxing and they're in a more lucrative business that they got through boxing, right? You see this happen in the music business and hip hop, same thing. A lot of the people left the labels to join YouTube, which is a tech company. The sports book company is also a tech company because the platform, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, these are tech companies. So if you want to follow where the money is, these guys were like, this boxing thing, it's taking a nosedive. We're gonna go into the more lucrative business, right? Look at what Ken Hirschman is doing right now with his life. A couple of those old executives, like they didn't just retire; they went on to greener pastures. But either way, guys, I'm on the East Coast. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta wake up tomorrow morning. But always a pleasure to be on the show.
Wake up tomorrow morning. So do we. So does everybody listen.
Where you at, Fernando?
I'm in New York.
Oh, okay.
And why? I'll be out there in October.
But always a pleasure to be on the show. And even though this is kind of like a slept-on channel, this is a primary source channel when it comes to news, right? Nobody asks Bob Arum the same type of questions, or if Samson gets on here, nobody asks Samson the same questions, right? So that's why I have a lot of respect for this channel, because even at the cost of possibly losing the interview where certain questions get asked, and a lot of YouTube channels cannot say the same thing. But have a good night, guys.
Thank you, dog. And we got your Miami brother coming in, Jay Blast. What's up, Kane? What you got?
Man, how y'all doing out there, Kane?
It's good out here, bro. It was honestly sunny out here.
Oh, you safe?
In Miami. I mean, it was sunny. I was driving around today, bro. It was sunny. I mean, over there on the West Coast is bad.
So where did it hit hard at? I seen people like houses underwater and shit. Where is that at?
Like Fort Myers. That's like on the West Coast, like by the Gulf of Mexico side.
Yeah, Gulf of
like
Mexico.
Closer to Tampa side.
In between like Tampa and Naples, around there.
Yeah, literally in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you down in Miami?
Yeah. It was super sunny out here today.
Really?
My brother was like, he's like, don't go out today, and I'm like, I'm looking outside. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm looking at the weather. I'm like, man, I'm guessing that like last night it was bad. Like, I mean, I'm assuming it was windy as hell. And then when you looked at the radar this morning, I mean, it looked like the whole state of like the whole South Florida area just ate the hurricane. And like there was no rain, nothing, and it was just rain like by the ocean.
Okay, it's been
like if you look on the radar, you'll see like there's like a whole part of the hurricane completely missing, and like that's like where we were, and it was just supposed to be rain, and there was no rain. It's like it completely ate it up.
Wow,
well, that's
fortunate.
Where are you by, Jay Blast?
I'm in
407 what, Jacksonville?
No, I'm in Daytona Beach.
So yeah, over there, right over.
So yeah, I'm in Central Florida, too. Orlando, Daytona Beach. So
yeah, it's right over there right now.
Yeah, so it's pretty nasty. It's been raining and windy, but you know.
How fast are the winds?
Probably be like 105 by him if it's a category 3.
Yeah, they were saying like around 105, 115. I'm not sure.
That's but I feel like the wind. That's like if you're like in the middle, like in the open, like if you're like on, like comparing like in LA, like on the piers, like that's like where it would be like 105. But like where the houses and like these buildings, where like all these structures are covering,
Oh
it'll
yeah,
probably
yeah.
be like pretty fast. But like
It
you're like in
came
the
in at
ocean, it's
145. It came in
Yeah.
at right under Cat 5. Yeah.
Damn.
But it's moving slow, so that's where the damage comes in, because it's moving so slow. So it's just sustained rain and wind. They said it was only moving like 5-6 miles per hour instead of just coming and just getting out of here, you know.
No, that's usually what happens with the hurricanes once they come in.
Man, y'all gotta get what happened with the what was it, Memphis State, man? Who y'all lost to?
Memphis Southern.
Hey, you know I'm a Florida State fan, so I gotta give it to you. Who y'all lost to? Middle Tennessee State.
No way.
The U. Oh, he went on mute now.
No. My family came in. Yeah, I was at the game. They got smoked, bro.
Yeah, you go to all the games.
What happened, man?
Honestly, bro, I still feel like they didn't lose. It doesn't feel real.
I feel you.
I mean, I was just at the game, like it just like I mean, bro, they've been bad all my life, so like them losing to these guys is just.
Oh,
like,
you must be young then if they've been bad all your life.
Yeah, I'm 23, so like,
okay.
I'm just watching them. Like, we're just like my family has a suite at the game, so like, they're just like socializing and stuff. So we're just watching the game. We're like, man, we really about to lose this game, or we gonna come back? And like, and when we lost, I was like, damn it. I'm like, damn. So it's gonna be that type of year, rebuilding type of year. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'll be down there for the game when we play y'all.
Who are you a fan of? The Gators, Florida State?
Florida State.
Yeah, I mean that's when it'll be packed for sure for Florida State. It'll be
hopefully
packed
we can get Deacon 305 to come out. If you
listen, he lives right there. I mean, I think he lives in Miami Gardens, so he lives right next to the
Miami Gardens. That'd be great.
No, but Fred, not to change the topic, but
go ahead.
Just to say about Richardson, I'm glad he got out of the slave factory with Mayweather.
Facts.
It's super facts. I mean, what are they gonna say when he fights 3 times this year? Not only that, he's gonna fight 1 time this year, more than he's fought with Mayweather in 2 years.
Right.
He's gonna fight. He's gonna get a fight He's gonna get a fight in 2 months from signing with this guy than he got with Mayweather in 2 years.
Right. No, you nailed it. I mean, he fought non-televised.
And what's kind of funny is it's funny that he's barking now. Not like that, like how he's starting to talk now, which is because he's able to fight. Because Bill Haney, I was shocked when Bill Haney said that he mentioned Richardson, and then he mentioned Keyshawn Davis. When he mentioned Hitchins, I was like, man, that guy never talked. So I was like, he must have something must have happened there where he must be excited that he got the contract, so now he can call out people. Because I mean, that's more of a realistic fight for him. Because who knows how Devin could always go back to the zone. It's not like he's locked in with ESPN forever.
How many times Tank fought this year?
I honestly don't know. 1? No, twice, I think.
Yeah, he fought on the non-televised. But check this shit out, though.
No, Tank. How many times Tank fought?
Once.
I think he fought 1.
How many times Floyd fought this year?
December.
Floyd's about to fight again.
3 times.
4.
So
he said he's gonna fight Deji. Whoever the hell.
You just gave me some content. You always give me content, Jay Blast. I appreciate you.
I mean, that's an issue, man. Your CEO fight more than the fighters? Come on, man.
Facts. Hey, check this shit out, though. I mean, people gonna say, "Hey, this is classy of you to say congratulations," but Leonard Ellaby told this dude. Let me make it bigger for the people, for the blind people in the back. That includes me after 10 o'clock. It says, "No, I can't read after 10." He said, "Congrats, Africa. Wishing you the best." Get the fuck out of here.
What does that even mean?
Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean, wish you the best? Nigga, what are you talking about?
No.
People gonna say, hey, you know what they said in the comments? You a real one. No, you ain't no real one. Man.
Where were they at when he was looking for a fight?
Man, come on, man. This shit crazy.
Man, Leonard don't got that type of power, man. Come on, man.
No, Leonard ain't got that. He was one of the best. He was a big prospect coming out.
Yeah, he had promise. Yeah, promise. He's gonna have to rebuild himself a little bit, but
no doubt.
He'll be okay because he's gonna fight more often, and he's gonna put him on an AJ card. He's gonna put him on Montana Love card. So he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right.
No, Eddie always finds a way to get these guys on the card. I mean, he would put him on a Canelo card if Canelo would let it, but Canelo ain't gonna allow it.
Well, yeah, Canelo gonna do his thing, but they say maybe out for 6 months.
Yeah, Fred, I ain't give you no content, man. Berto gave you all the content you needed when he did that interview last week.
Yeah, he said, Berto? Oh, yeah, about Floyd and all that. Yeah. But I knew that story. Me and Berto laugh every time we see each other.
I remember I was at the Berto Mayweather fight. It was at the weigh-in. Remember what Berto told him? Berto said, all that money, you still lame as hell.
He said that?
What? I'll never forget that.
He said that at the interview?
My old lady started like, no, this is like when it was face to face.
Oh, when they did face to face?
Yeah, I think it was at the weigh-in.
Oh, we're gonna have to pull that up.
I think it was the weigh-in. I don't think it's on video.
Oh, it's not?
The weigh-in live, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's funny.
Because Berto a real one, man. You know if you meet Berto.
Berto cool, man. I've known Berto 15 years. He's straight. Berto, I've known Berto a long time. He didn't know me, but I knew him. And then when I got a YouTube channel, everybody knew me. But yeah, I covered him for a long time, at least 10 years. Yeah. And Berto's always been solid with me. Nice guy, always happy, always willing to talk. Shout out to Andre Berto, man. Hey, you know it'll be a good fight, Andre Berto and Adrian Broner. Right?
Of course.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of good fights for Broner, but see, the trick is, and AB, man, AB a good dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
AB a good dude, man. But you know, we probably saw our environment, but anybody that meet AB, you already know, he gonna show you love. But it's so many fights out there for AB, but the trick is, what fight can AB win?
Well, you can start with Berto.
He's not dedicated.
You're gonna have to be.
Berto will be the best bet for AB.
I like that fight.
Hold on. We can't
Berto,
say
but how old is Berto?
We can't say he back. He with Kevin Cunningham, so that shows a level of discipline and want to.
Yeah, you got to be half crazy because he gonna. I'll be going to Coach Kevin's story. You motherfuckers be up at 4:30 in the morning.
Fred, I wanted to ask, what do you think about what he posted? I sent it to you the other day.
Yeah, he shouldn't post it now.
What's he talking about?
About the 2 million. Well,
I think he'll fight for 2 mil right now.
Yeah. You're right, but not for that fight. You can get 2 million or 1.5 fighting Rico Suave. You know what I mean? So
who is this?
Broner posted something on his Instagram about something that Eddie. It's probably, I don't know how long ago he texted him that, but something that Eddie offered him money for a fight.
AB done screwed over so much money during his career, but he could have got a bag by going over to across the pond and fighting Conor Ben.
That's what he was telling him.
He should have did a 3-fight deal. He should have a 3-fight deal with an elevator contract: 1.5, 2.5, and 4.5.
I don't even think that fight happens either. The Conor Ben fight.
I don't know why those boys won't go over there and get that money, man. If I was Charlo, man, go over there and fight Eubanks. Get that money.
What are y'all doing?
That's easy work, Eubanks. That man's not dedicated at all.
Say it again, Kyle.
He ain't never seen a contract.
Man,
listen. Let me tell y'all something, bro. I need y'all to understand something about the Ali Act, bro. It's a farce. All right. The Ali Act is bull jive. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Articulate what you're saying.
So it's a 3-year. So you have a 3-year deal, right? So once you restructure the deal, it's no longer a 3-year deal. So you can no longer use the Ali Act.
Say it again. I didn't know this.
So I talked to a promoter when I was in Vegas, and we were talking about, getting people on for a fight. He asked like 4 different questions. One was, is he with a promoter? What's up with the manager? Right? Those are 2. Those are two of the important questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, along with like the fighter what's his weight. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But the two is okay. Is he good with the promoter? Right? Because I talked to him about the Ali Act. He said, "Oh man, that Ali Act, that's just for like newcomers, right? So you got a deal on the table, right? But I put in a contract that if you get a belt, you sign it to me for 2 more years.
Oh yeah, I know that. Top rank is the best.
It's no longer. So the Ali Act doesn't belong to you. So then when you say, all right, I'm gonna go do this fight, the opponent says, no, he ain't fighting. There you go. Whoa, what's going on? He's signing me for 2 more fights. He can't take that fight.
Call that legalese.
Then you got your manager. They got the manager, right? Then the manager say, oh no, he can take that fight. So if you ain't good with your manager, you and your manager at odds, he gonna sit you down. Because then he gonna be like, oh no, he can't take that fight. Because it's all in the contract. See, people don't understand that the manager, they always keep saying, oh, you work, they work for you. No, you work for them. If you ain't got your mind right, if you ain't got your paperwork together, dog, you're in limbo.
Man. Yeah, we talking about that right now. Dana Jones, Richardson, Hitchins. This is the second floor of that conversation. Appreciate you, big homie. Yeah, man, that's so weak that Leonard Elby said congratulations. The nigga, you been talking trash to the nigga for a year. I'ma slap that nigga if I see him. The nigga just took your fight and you say congratulations?
Oh no, he didn't take his fight. They let him go.
So after he put on that phenomenal performance, he came back on the non-TV portion, right, of a card.
Two fights in a row. One in Arizona and one somewhere else.
What kind of promotion is that?
It was no promotion. He was complaining. He was complaining on Twitter. He was tiptoeing complaining. You know, he's young. He didn't know, man, I want to say it, but I don't want to say it. But I'm going to just say it, see where it goes. And, you know.
Well, the first time I heard of him was on your channel. So shout out to him, you know.
Yeah. I wish him well. Hopefully he got Keith Connolly, so he's been in boxing for a long time. I've only seen him at fights. I've never spoken to him, I don't think.
Now, look, this is 3 fights for AB. 3 quick, big money fights for AB, right?
Listen.
And I had tickets to the Omar Figueroa fight. Me and shout out to the Wilder hater.
Oh yeah, he
pulled out the fight with Omar. Omar ended up losing. Come on, AB. But anyway, Berto, Keith Thurman, Conor Ben. Take your pick. Take your pick. People gonna support those fights. They're gonna support you, AB. And I don't know who, y'all want to find some, I don't know what kind of opponent they looking for, man. These fighters steady getting older and older, and
they old.
Time waits for no man.
PBC is old as hell. Them niggas grandfathers, right? Wilder 36, Spence 32, Keith Thurman 34, Berto 39, AB 33, 32. Them niggas old, man. Charles 32, 33.
How old Bunny is? 29, 30?
Yeah, but Robert Easter got to be in his early 30s for sure. Because I've known him for 10 years, man. It seems like. Damn. Just think, Tank is 28, 27.
Yeah.
That's their youngest. Tank is 27. He is their youngest winner. I mean, money guy. Insane, right? It's destitute over there. It's destitute, man. And if they don't make, I'm gonna say if they don't make Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, every fight at PBC better hold Al accountable. Privately, publicly, you do it.
Has Terrence fought this year? He fought in January?
No,
he ain't fought this whole year.
November.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, dog. If we don't get Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, boxing is gonna die.
It ain't gonna die. You got Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn. They got bags.
That shit gonna die, bro.
I mean, it's gonna be flat. It's gonna be
Shit's
flat.
gonna die, bro.
Has Charlo fought this year?
Nah. Which one? Once.
My back is broken. Spinal.
Damn, Charlo, like, and see, boxers, they don't have the type of fan, they don't got the type of fan base to be like taking these long layouts, man. Like,
just think what he's doing, and you're right about that. Just think what he's doing to Earl Spence. All right, in May and in April, he said, "Hey, Canelo, I really need you to look here. Listen to me carefully." He says, "Hey, Canelo, unbeknownst to Earl, I bet. Hey, you want to fight Earl in September at 164? The fuck you doing? What the fuck are you doing? That makes no fucking sense. It makes sense, but it don't make sense for Earl Spence's career. Why would he trade 25 million for 60 million? Assuming he wins and wins and wins, and he fights regularly. Part two. This nigga said, I had to sit in the sauna to make remember he came on here and said it was tough for him to make weight against Sean Porter, and then this nigga got to hold on to 165, 166 for a whole fucking year and no fights. Think about that shit. This nigga holding on. Earl doing the best he can, like shit. I only can eat 2 pieces of chicken. I got to have 2 salads. I got to run 4 miles. I got to take this laxative. I can't drink milk. I can't have salt. And this nigga won't give him a fight.
what fight was that in New York that Earl went running after the fight?
Was it Lamont? No. That was
this year.
Yeah, that was
because a couple people went running with him.
Yeah, that was Tank.
How many months ago was that? That was at least
May 29. But Earl is holding on because I can see his shoulder. His shoulders look like he's about 165, 169.
Yeah, but you heard AB, he was like, man, I was in camp for 6 months. Mm-hmm. He said, who you know in camp for 6 months?
Mm-hmm. That's bullshit.
So just imagine how many other fighters that are going through the same thing that just don't have the name cachet or that you don't give a fuck who they are, right. And they're going through the same thing, but they don't got the voice or, any leverage, so to speak.
Right. There was a fighter on Nessa shows. Mendoza, Frank Mendoza. This man said, I can't get a full-time job because they telling me I'm fighting soon, so I got to go be a party planner or a food server.
Caterer,
a caterer, yeah. Or you watch that?
1099.
Yeah. Like I can't get a job, and once you get a full-time job as a fighter, it changes, it shifts your whole mindset. You can't be a dog all day. You can't be aggressive all day. Like it's a level, it's a mindset you got to have to be an elite fighter, man. And when you got that full-time job, it's challenging. It can happen. What's up, Max? It can happen, but it's challenging. Shit, you need to sleep for 8 hours. If you a real fighter, I mean a professional fighter, you need 8 hours of sleep. No, for real. You got to be in bed by 8:30. Scrolling through your Instagram, your feet got to be up. Cause you got to repair those tissues, man. Shit is no joke. What's up, Max? What you got, man?
Shit, not much, man. I just got home, been off work. Honestly, I didn't even look at the shit. I just seen you was still live, so I had to hop in.
Yeah, we ain't.
See, Fred, see what you did?
Oh, about the Mexican agitator. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm an agitator, too, so that makes me the black agitator. What does that mean?
You're the black agitator, yeah.
See, when I come on these panels, it's always a Mexican guy that want to come on here and tell us black people how we supposed to react to slavery.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they got you, Kyle. They got you.
We got to carry over like Birdman's title to another day.
Fred,
we'll roll it over Birdman.
Man. Fred, I don't like this dude, man. He come on here, man, saying slavery is dead and all this stuff, man. I don't like this dude, man.
Johnny Rice. I love Johnny Rice. Never met the man. When I say I heard that interview and it reminded me of just a it made me feel good, like I'm getting goosebumps. It made me just feel good. The common man won. The normal guy, he won. He's a hero. Rudy won. And this motherfucker can't get a fight and he's affordable. What are we doing? January 1st. It's October Friday. What are we doing? Johnny Rice is like the epitome of a fan's dream. 15-6, beats the top prospect. He's a hero. He said, you know what he said? I want to go get married, get some kids. He didn't say, I'm gonna let my I'm throwing shots at Tank, but let my Glock go. You know, he said, I want to go get married, have a kid, find a wife. That's beautiful. And the kid can't get a fight. He ain't, I don't know what he's making, but I'm suggesting he's not making $2 million a fight. Man ain't the man working hard every day, man. And he can't get a fight. And these are the forgotten guys, you know, along the way where you like, damn, this guy ain't fighting. Gerald Washington's been in camp for a whole year with Malik Scott. He looks good though, by the way. Physically, he looks good. You know?
So Charlo's supposed to fight Zoo in January.
How?
Right?
How?
That's at what, 154?
Yeah.
Can Big Charlo fight like Daniel Jacobs or Eubanks? I know Eubanks fight Ben. Can they fight like in Dallas? Can they fight in Texas, Mex?
Yeah.
They'll come out for that, right?
He ain't got no fans. No, that got to be in Brooklyn. That got to be in Brooklyn. No way. They ain't coming out for Charlo.
What you say, Max?
I said, I don't know. I'm American.
You in Texas though, right?
No, I'm in Cali.
Oh, okay.
He's in the middle of Cali.
So you say Charlo got a fight in the Barclay?
Yeah, Charlo, Danny. That's Barclay, right?
Danny Jacobs?
Yeah, that would be a Barclay fight, right?
Danny coming off a loss.
He a draw. Did he lose or did he get a draw?
He lost to the dude. Yeah. He lost to the dude overseas.
Oh, he lost to Ryder. He sure did. Man, Danny's so damn rich. He ain't shit.
What about Charlo Eubank?
I like that fight. That fight should have happened. Al should have made that fight 3 years ago. I thought he was gonna make that fight after he stole that JV belt from the Russian.
If Eubank don't win this next one, he might be done.
But how's he gonna win?
I don't think he's gonna beat Ben.
He's not even training.
Yeah, he's just banking on being the naturally bigger guy.
He's training, but his dad's not training with him.
I feel like he's gonna pull out of the fight, in my opinion.
Nah, it's in.
I don't think he's gonna make the weight. That's what I think. I don't think he makes the weight. You haven't seen what he's posting on Instagram, eating lava cakes, even this. I'm like, how's he gonna make this weight?
Who's that?
Chris Eubanks. He's been trolling.
There could be old.
There's no way. How's he playing? It's going in his mouth.
He ain't eating lava cakes,
he ain't eating that shit.
I mean, one ain't gonna kill you.
Video of him, bro, he's showing video of him devouring food.
Shit,
I'm like,
you
bro,
put that chocolate in you, man. You'll see that in your shit for like a full day.
I'm like, there's no way this guy makes weight. I'm like, I want this guy to lose so bad.
Who you want to lose?
Chris Eubanks. I'm like, how you gonna be disrespecting?
He is pretty pompous. Like he is pretty pompous.
How you gonna be disrespecting people? Like,
he is pretty. Pompous.
I've never even seen the guy fight, and I want him to get knocked out.
Oh man, you should have started.
What did he do? What did he do to deserve that vitriol?
Well, he's like he's his father's son.
He's not taking the fight seriously.
He admitted he's not
taking the fight serious. I
don't feel like he's taking it serious with the way he's trolling.
How do you know though? How do you know? This
by
could
him,
be
by the
all a
way
part of
he's
the
showing.
game.
No, it definitely is part of the game, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
Nah, he's taking it serious. That's a legacy fight, man. You know.
Well, his dad working that corner or no?
No, his dad told him
His
not.
dad said that he's not going to take the fight.
Oh yeah, did he?
And he haven't talked to his dad since.
Oh really?
But he's hoping that his dad, you know. And Roy said, because you know Roy was training him. Roy was like, you know, I won't have it any other way. Your dad should work the corner because that's going to build the fight.
Oh, Jerry trying to call it.
But so now he's kind of like training by himself. So,
hey, let me get Dana. What's up, L? Appreciate you coming through, mate.
What's up, man?
Thank you, Dana Jones. AB problem is he probably has leans against his wages, and you'll invite it to my fight on the Bud Spence very under. He's still a main event fighter. He's still they wouldn't put him on the undercard. That would be a waste of a fan. That would be a waste of 8,000 people, 10,000 people. But yeah, what's up, Al? What you got on it?
Man, I was just buzzing in, man. I was laughing when I got on the show because I seen Max. What up, Max?
What's good?
Beam in, Jerry. Beam in, man. Beam in, Jerry.
I say I was laughing because Max, I heard him say he just got off work, but I'm like, man, who get off work with a Kango hat? What you doing, man? You playing Sancho?
Oh no, I wear a ball cap on thing, but I just got a Kango, and it's what I've been waiting for my whole life.
Hey, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, man.
Yeah,
hey,
I got a $5 beanie, man, at the discount store.
Hey man, hey! I was walking down the street to Santa Cruz on a little date with a little thing the other night, and I just seen a little tiny thing in the corner of a window that said Kango. And I said, "What?" It's a random ass little shop. I said, "What you got out of here?" I was looking for the old school, like the terry cloth ones, but they had a regular bucket.
No, that's fly though. That's fly. I like it, man.
But according to some, I can't wear Kangos because it's too black.
That hat is actually very black.
See, Fred. See, I told you was gonna bring this agitator wrong to agitate everybody. Nobody said anything about his hat, and now he wants to come here and talk about how his hat is black. How he understands the black plight because he has on a Kango hat, Fred.
I got off work and had a bean pie, and now he on this shit.
Hey, but you know what boxing reminds me of, man?
What?
It reminds me of the horse racing industry, man. And I say that because it's an old man's game, you know, as far as even those that are still at the top, the heads of the sport who actually run the infrastructure. I've been hearing that word a lot, infrastructure. Even those who run the whole game, they are old. They are not willing to change, and they are not moving with the times. So this is why we don't see the substantial gains being made in the business of boxing as it pertains to the fighters. Yeah, those old guys that's getting that old money, that got that old money, they making all the money, but the fighters not making the money. And it's like it's some parallels with the racetrack. You know, the racetrack is one of America's dearest sports. And even with all its appeal and buzz, it's a dying game. That's because a lot of the old people that's in it, they don't want to transform and get with the times. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of these younger guys, they making a mistake of signing contracts that are long-term deals. You know, they get a 3-year, 20-fight contract. Man, that's more like a 3-year, 10-fight contract. They give you some upfront money, and that sells you right there. They give you $50,000 signing bonus, and they say, "All right, here you go." And now they got you locked in, and they can basically wash your career how they want to wash it. You get what I'm saying? And do what they want, man. Like I always, when cats ask me, you know, young cats, I like, look, man, if you got a good deal, because I remember some guys that was asking me, like, hey, man, what do you think about PBC? They got some young fighters that's pretty good. I said, look, PBC is a good, you know, that's a good promotional company, but I say don't sign for long term. Give them a 1-year deal, and you won't come in there with already with your expectations. Look, I want a 1-year deal. 7 fights, you know, or something along those lines to where you're not locked in, you staying busy, and you being marketable.
Birdman.
No, I just got on to save my spot when y'all do that other talk.
Oh, we ain't even. I don't think we're gonna get there tonight, man. We got to bring that back. Hey, Jerry, go ahead and call in, man. We're gonna have to save it for another day, man.
All right, well, I'm gonna get back in the chat then. Salute y'all.
Birdman.
Hey Cal, you had a good show today, man. I fell asleep on it. I went forever.
That show was long as hell, man. You know, when Mex get to arguing with Destiny Black, man, the show must go on.
Hey, I started off like 1 something. I woke up at 5 something. Y'all was still on. Like, man.
Yeah, man, he cold, man. He come through being an American and shit. You know, get to arguing with people and everything else. Oh, Fred, we did a breakdown of your show last night, man.
Hey, we did. We don't copyright
strike
us.
Starting that shit. Him and Mex together as a unit, but they didn't agree last night, so
Who's that?
It wasn't as good.
You talking about Chaotic?
Yeah. When Mex and Chaotic Truth on the same page,
Chaotic Truth came on. Chaotic Truth came on your show.
No, on your show, Fred.
Y'all had Chaotic on last night, Fred.
Oh, man. Oh yeah.
He was in real form.
That was a great show last night, man. I was listening in, man. There was some good points made. Was that the brother that's the teacher? Chaotic?
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Call the kids niggas. Nigger.
Hey man, he made some great points. His delivery wasn't, you know, it was very distasteful, but he actually was saying some things that along the same lines that I think, you know. But me personally, I always say this: I don't believe in the American educational system because it's tipped in a way in which it favors those who are in power and it's against those who are less fortunate. Like, that's just what it is. And now that I'm older, you know, the things that I know that are tried and true and that you really need aren't even taught in schools. Like, we don't get that curriculum. Like, so he made some great points, man. I can't even argue with the brother about the points he made. He was just distasteful. Like, I believe we can disagree with one another, but we can also do it respectfully. Like, it's only one way to do everything. I say this a lot. It's only one way to do everything there's only one way to do everything you do in this life, and that's the right way. But just because I provide details about how I feel like it may need to be done, and it's the right way, doesn't mean that there's not an alternative option that's, you know, could be just as effective or it could be useful. It's kind of like having a car. Like, we would all agree that the engine and the transmission is probably the most important part of the car, but we still need wheels, we still need a steering wheel, we still need doors and all the accessories that come with the car. So a lot of times, man, you know, we don't have to break each other down or tear each other down. Like, you know, a lot of times, you know, things are said disrespectfully, and it kind of like we build it up and we just tear it back down, like, amongst each other. So it's kind of counterproductive.
I agree with a lot of points he made. I just don't agree with the whole calling 13-year-old black kids hard R's in class.
Yeah. I agree with that. Like,
and I thought it was whack as fuck how the same people that want to go hard on some other shit wasn't going hard on him about it. That's my own thing. That just makes me lose respect for people's credibility and their opinions, because I got to see with my own eyes when we were put in real life situations that happened on the fly. None was premeditated, none was scripted. Shit happened on the fly, and I seen people's reactions on the fly, and I seen who pushed, who pressed for what, and who didn't. So now, like, you know, it's just like that shit when you kicking with your homie all day and they tell you what they would do in a fight until you actually see them in one, and you like, I see what's up. So that's what I'm saying. Every night I hear all these talking points. Every night, everyone going hard, trying to push a hard line. Who can say what to what? Well, then you got someone that openly admit to calling children in class hard R's because they weren't listening. And those same people took a backseat or took a real soft approach to that shit. That shit was weird as fuck to me, man.
And see, I always make, you always have this conversation with people about, that's why I wanted to beam in so bad, but I was having problems with this trailer I had last night. I still got it, but I had to fix all the problems myself at like 12 o'clock at night, and it was just crazy. But I really wanted to beam in on that conversation because my take on the nigga word is I've never had a problem with nobody using the word. Like, for me, it don't affect me like that. Like, all I say is this: because you can kind of read where a person coming from when they using the word. Like, so I know when you just want to be cool. I know when you want to say it as a term of endearment, like I use it, and I know when you being funny. Now, are you trying to be disrespectful? And I'm gonna check you on it. But also at the same time, I'm not gonna try to police what come out of your mouth because I'm not geared in an emotional, like, inferior way like that. I'm not geared like that. Like, really, it ain't nothing a motherfucker can tell me that can make me feel inferior. So all I say is, to me, if you call me a nigga, like I use the word, just really be my brother. That's how I'm saying it. Like, really be my brother when it's time. When a white motherfucker call me a nigga and I go, you go with me, or whatever the case. Like, I don't even care if white people call it, because I got homies that's white. That's what's up, my nigga. Like, I don't trip off of it, and people can say, "Oh man, it's just words, man. Like, what are we talking? Like, what are we really?" To me, it's like, what are we really getting? Like, this is a word, man. Like, it's not. To me, it don't affect me. So I don't see why so many people get emotional about it. I get it, but you gotta move past that perception of it. Like, that shit is old. Like, I'm not talking about everything that happened is old, and racism is well and alive as it always been. But a person calling me a nigga or even a nigger, like, and I didn't came back on people so cold, and I didn't tore them down to where they was, they was sorry they even tried to, play with me like that. So I don't find it a problem, man. Like, I got homies of white, black,
Okay,
Mexican.
but would you find it a problem if you had a son or daughter that was in a classroom, they came home and told you that their teacher called them that word because they weren't listening?
I would definitely have a problem with it. I see the point as a parent. You like, hold on, I don't even want you talking to my kid no kind of way that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to talk about that. Let me run me down as to why your reason behind that. That's what I'm gonna talk to the teacher. Let me hear your reason behind this, because it might not be something disrespectful, and you probably just lost it because of stress or whatever. I can get that, because as long as you don't put your hands on it. But I can kind of understand that. But if you're just doing it as a means of a method to the madness that you deem fit, then I'm gonna be like, hold on, man, you can't just be breaking down a little kid like that. It's different. It's a different, that's a whole different line of action right there,
I mean, to each their own. Like I said, it didn't happen to my kid. I can't speak too much about hypotheticals, but I'm just saying if that was my niece or nephew in that classroom, it'd be a big problem. I told him, you just get packed out. Just a little pack out. Take your little pack out. That's it. We ain't gonna keep coming for you. Learn your lesson. Don't let it happen again. Type shit. But to me, it was just surprising because I get what happens when I hop on panels. You feel me? Like, the conversation gets where it is. People push a hard line, have a hard stance on shit, and I saw with my own eyes those same people really not. I mean, a couple of them were. I give them credit. We know who, but it was just weird to me. And then to hear it again, double down, it's kind of like, okay. So now it's like I can't really respect people's position anymore. But that's what happens in life, man. At the end of the day, it don't really affect me too much. I go to sleep just fine at the end of the night.
Right. We all got biases too, man. Sometimes we formulate opinions, beliefs, attitudes, characteristics, and it's all based off of bias. You know what I mean? So I kind of give a person a bit of a room for that. Their own conscience is gonna convict them you know, in their quiet thoughts. So I leave those moments, you know, I leave that lesson for those moments. And, you know, later down the line, we'll touch bases on it, you know, and I had to, because I understand what you're saying, and I see that sometimes, I'm not talking about on this particular channel, like I'm just saying, just it happens in life, man. We all biased, man. At the end of the day, man, we all human beings, man. We all equal. We not the same, but we are equal, though. I don't believe in a superior man. You know, I don't subscribe to that notion. That's a very divisive, strategical method that humans have used to basically rule and oppress others. So I don't subscribe to it. Even when black people say, yeah, we superior than all other races because we was created first. Like, I do believe that the black man was created first because it naturally coincides with science. Like, but I don't think that Adam and Eve was like superior. Like, no, it just goes in a natural order of thing. Like, and I tell people like this: if you believe in the Bible, which I do, just think about this. In the beginning, it says that God had to shine. He had to use his Holy Spirit, his active force, to shine down on earth through the darkness. So that lets you know that he had to activate all his power to get light through darkness. So that means darkness was here first. So everything else came from that. It only makes sense, but God is a God of, the true God is a God of variety. That's why we see such things in a wide range of selection, especially when we're talking about colors. So it only makes sense that black is the original color and everything else is leading off from that spectrum onward. But doesn't mean that we're superior though, you know? Not at all. It just makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even know spirit bullshit because of race or nothing. I don't know. It should just. But I will say this: being on these panels have opened my eyes because I didn't even know that many people felt that strongly about race still in this era. You know, maybe I have been blessed to be in a mixed family, blessed to be in a different neighborhoods and places up and down California where it wasn't like it hasn't been like that anywhere. I've lived up and down California, various cities, from LA to San Diego to the Bay to Alameda to Sunnyvale to right here in the middle to everywhere. So every place I've ever lived in, it's always been a mix of people. And yeah,
Right.
sometimes you definitely see some like I said out here, the most racism I've seen is blacks and Mexicans out here in California. Like, so that's just personally, but still, it's not like majority of them. It's just like gang members or people in jail that just got out of prison and shit. And you know why that is? Because in jail they put you in by race, so you come out institutionalized like that. But
Right.
other than that, it's like I see a lot of people kicking with a lot of people, bro. Like, especially I'd say even more so in the Bay. Like, I think the Bay is probably one of the most multicultural places that I've seen personally in my eyes. Like, they got Asians and Arabs and Armenians and blacks and Mexicans and Chinese, and they all talk the same, do the same shit.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy though. Sometimes Mexicans are cooler with black people than they are Mexicans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got a partner, my boy Miguel. Nigga, he can't stand Mexicans. He hates Mexicans, and they don't like him neither. You know what I'm saying? So most of his friends look like me. That's why I be telling people like, yo, just cause motherfucker look like you don't mean they got your best interest at heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I be saying about when they say that about Mex, like, oh, Mex, oh, he this and he that. And I'm like, well, shit, I take Mex over 1,000 of these other niggas. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can agree with me or not. I don't give a fuck. But like I said, if I see Mex on the street, he need a ride, and I see a nigga that look like me that need a ride, I'm getting Mex, nigga. That's my dog. Fuck the other nigga, shit. Mex my dog. You know what I'm saying? We in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? About to beat a motherfucker up. I didn't have to say, oh, he's not black, so he's not gonna help me. No, nigga. When it was time to get him, Mex was ready to get him. You know what I'm saying? So fuck all the bullshit. Just because motherfucker don't look like you. I learned that shit a long time ago, bro. Like that shit is over with, man. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest. It's some fucked up people. It's fucked up people of all colors. Yep, I'm telling you, they all fucked up. But I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. Like I told y'all before, the only reason why I even graduated from high school was because of a white guy named Matthew Ring that fucking saw some shit in me that I never saw in my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit plays a part in how I feel about motherfuckers. I've been fucked over by so many niggas, you know what I'm saying? That you know, sometimes you want to give another motherfucker a try. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll do right by you or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but people gotta stop being so goddamn sensitive, man. And what's crazy was on my show today, the very people that said people are emotional were the very people that were getting emotional. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas are emotional right now. You can't say y'all overly emotional, and nigga, you getting overly emotional right now, where a motherfucker can't even talk. You know what I'm saying? Right. So my thing is this and we go get it, keep it like this, man. You know what I mean? If a motherfucker don't share your values and your views on shit, then they your enemy. If a motherfucker that, even if the motherfucker Mexican, white, Asian, whatever the fuck, if they believe in the same shit that you believe in as far as equality of life for black folks, then you accept that. You know what I'm saying? If they say fuck niggas and black people ain't shit, fuck them. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? My thing is we spend so much energy trying to argue with a motherfucker that we don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? And then when a motherfucker that know him tell you, oh no, you know, this is how it is, this is how you feel. Nah, fuck that. This is my way or the highway shit. And it's like the motherfucker never been outside of California but one time in his whole entire fucking life. So his view of shit is skewed. Y'all motherfuckers ain't ever been outside of the fucking South, so y'all views are skewed. So you two motherfuckers don't have a good view on shit. So that's why I always tell these niggas. I say, Mex don't know shit, and y'all don't know shit either. Because y'all motherfuckers have been stuck in the South your whole fucking lives. That motherfucker been stuck in California his whole fucking life. Like, I'm telling y'all, the whole reason why the whole black-white thing even came to my life is because I moved to North Carolina. I didn't see no white people growing up when I was in Oakland. So our beef wasn't even with white people. It was more with Mexicans. Black people and Mexicans always had beef. And so we had Samoan niggas, we had and we had Tongans. You know what I'm saying? So it was Samoan niggas, Tongans, and blacks versus the Mexicans. That's how it was.
Who, let me add, who never get checked for saying nigga. Never. I've never seen one Samoan in my whole life ever get checked by nobody for being like, oh, what's up, nigga? All my niggas like,
well, Samoans ain't nothing but Samoan niggas, though.
I'm just saying. They're not black. I've never seen one person tell them don't say that shit.
The motherfucker's black. But anyway, what I'm saying is this is what I'm saying. All right, in a nutshell, damn, we gotta fucking relax. All right, and we gotta understand everybody's viewpoint, get their viewpoint, and don't take it personal. See, people take everything too fucking personal around this motherfucker, man. Fucking relax. All right. Mex don't know shit. He ain't shit. He ain't worth shit. We know that. And y'all motherfuckers still be like, whoa, what's it? Yo, so they get so up in arms. When they see this motherfucker, they get so up in arms and shit. Like
right.
Oh, this motherfucker is the agitator. Like,
one thing I learned about, you know, people that I'm gonna just give situation like yourself, Mac. One thing I learned is some people that really don't, like you said, I really didn't know that shit. Like you said, you didn't really know it existed. Like, it's some people they not necessarily oblivious or just dumb or just out of the loop. Just some people don't get their attention to that because that wasn't necessarily their upbringing. Like, some people is really, like, their household is different. Blacks, we understand it because this is like always been part of our culture. Like, nigga, that's a cultural thing with us. Like, racism is like a cultural thing with us. Like, we, like like I said, when I was 5, 6 years old, I realized what it meant to be black because I seen how different we was treated. So I'm like, damn, it's different being black in America. So like some kids really don't ever get that perspective in life because they particular upbringing, they didn't have to deal with it. So they go into adults and they just carry on like, why the fuck are black people rioting and why are they protesting and why are they doing like I don't want to like some people really don't fucking get it. And it's not to say that oh they insensitive or they don't want to empathize with us. Nah, man, they really don't know because I know some real good people. I'm talking about good people, man. White, Mexican, they real good people. But we've had these conversations where they like, man, please explain this to me. And I know they coming from a genuine place because the motherfuckers done been genuine and real with me. And they ain't showed no bias against me. They didn't put me in positions of superiority in some instances and actually really helped the nigga out and benefited me. So I'm like, they can't be, and I've seen this display of their character over a course of time, plenty of times. So, a lot of times we just it's about educating one another, you know what I mean? Just, and doing so respectfully because delivery is everything, man. Like that's why I say the brother last night, he said some good things, but it's delivery. And if you don't think delivery it don't mean everything, just try serving shit on a platter to a motherfucker. A lot of people eat that shit. You get what I'm saying? Even if they just taste it. So it's the same thing when you got something that's actually good. If you deliver it shitty, a person will be like, what? I don't even want to. You're like, no, this the goods. But that's just how it is, man. That's how we geared mentally,
Yo, check this out.
Word.
I've told this
I'm
before.
sorry, Jerry. You've been on the line for a long time. Sorry, go ahead, Jerry.
No shit, Jerry.
I fucking forgot.
What's happening, everybody? Yeah, I mean,
We don't want even Jerry
about what the topic is there, but first I wanted to say, spinal. I remember when Mike said that. I still laugh at that shit to this day. Watching it live, that shit.
Jim
was
Gray.
funny,
Jim Gray. That's the biggest moment of his career.
Besides,
Chad Curtis.
What the biggest moment of Jim Gray's career?
Chad Curtis.
When he interviewed Mike Tyson after Mike bit Evander. I remember he interviewed him right outside of his locker room, and Mike looked like he looked like a psycho, and that took some balls by Jim Gray to interview that man because he said, "Why'd you bite him, Mike?" And he was like, "Because look at my fucking eyes. I got my kids and this and that." And he just looked, man. I would have been scared shitless interviewing because you know how unpredictable he might have been. And then he asked him again, "Yeah, but you didn't have to bite him." And I said, "Man, this bald-headed motherfucker's got some guts, man." That was some serious shit right there. But regarding the topic of race, I think, and I've known for the longest time, man, racism doesn't exist the way a lot of people think that it does. And that's not to say that it doesn't exist. Like my man said a minute ago, there's people that are going to be racist in every race. There's a certain percentage that's just what they're going to be, and that's what it is. But most of the hoopla around racism is created to keep us regular folks at each other's throats, while the higher ups, the people that are actually making the decisions and in charge of shit, so we ain't looking at them because, I've been white my whole life. And I treat people the way people treat me. And that's what I find most people do. Most people just treat others the way that they get treated. I done been fucked over by tons of white people. So I don't have no special love for any man or woman outside of how they treat me. You treat me cool, I'm going to treat you cool. And that's what I find in my life walking about, but as long as there's guys like Michael Fuller, who does not want to realize that white people today are different than the white people from 200 years ago. I don't know if the brother don't watch too many Hollywood movies or just what it is, but he seems to be, his mind is poisoned that everything is about race and everybody white is racist and the devils, and I mean, he's just too far gone, man. And as long as there are people like that, it's going to be hard to get it out of a place where it doesn't really exist, really. You know, he told me the other night when we was on there talking, you know, we going back and forth, and he says to me, well, we were talking about the violence, the black on black violence in Baltimore City and how bad it is. And he going to tell me, well, I said, well, what do you make of that? And he goes, well, did any of those black folks invent those guns that they use? And that told me right there all I needed to know about Mike, because he blaming the people who invented the gun instead of the person who used the gun to commit violence. I try to tell him when Cain killed Abel with the rock, it wasn't the rock's fault. It was the intent that Cain had to kill his brother. You see what I mean? So, you know, I'm not going to get on him too hard because he's not here to defend himself. But at the same time, people like that, it's hard for me to deal with him, man, because his mind is so closed and he's got a lot of hate in his heart, and he doesn't realize, you know, that people evolve, and not everybody was slave owners back when slavery was being. A lot of people were against it, and there was a bloody war fought to end it, and the right side won, and we've been on a path moving forward since then. But that's what I got to say on it, man. Just treat people the way you want to be treated, no matter what the race is, and everything gonna be all right.
Right. If I can interject, if y'all don't mind giving y'all closing comments, y'all motherfuckers had me tired as hell today. man,
Me too.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I was in the I pulled up to the gym today, and I was like, whew, I'm tired, because that's the first time I relaxed since the show, because I get up at 5, I do the breakfast, I get the kids ready, and especially when Dre is on call, I just let her be. You know, I'm doing everything, and I took him to school, and I pulled up at the gym, and that was the first time I relaxed since the show, and I was like, whew, okay, all right, I'm still going in there, but yeah. So give y'all closing remarks, man. We gonna do a part 87 tomorrow. All right, how about that? I can stay up late tomorrow. You want to start with you, Jerry, or do you want to add to that?
Yeah,
or
I did want to say also in a closing statement there. What's his name? Eddie Hearn and them signing the young fighter Hitchins. Eddie Hearns is staying on the neck of PBC. Now, but the PBC, it's no secret what they did. They showed a lot of fighters some good money up front, and they signed them, and they must have signed them long term. And then, you know, as they started their money started to get low, they shelving guys. Mm-hmm. Keith Thurman wasn't out all that time because he wanted to be. I was watching videos of him training, and he was like, I'm just waiting for a call. I'm just waiting for Gary Russell. They shelved Gary Russell, Danny Garcia, you name it. They got a few fighters that they were keeping busy, and then the other fighters, if they were keeping busy at all, they put them on some pay-per-view where, you know, you just knew it wasn't going to be successful. Mm-hmm. But in the end, for anyone that's a PBC hater or a DAZN hater, it's no good if PBC folds or DAZN or any of them. That just means less boxing for us. You know what I mean? Right. So we should be all hoping that they all get the shit together, because in the end, you know, when HBO went out of business, look what happened, man. If you ask me, boxing went straight downhill since HBO was
production wise.
Yeah, when they put on the best fights boxing's ever seen, man. They had the biggest budget, and they had the best production, and they had plenty of cards each year. They fell off towards the end, but I remember one of their last shows, Jim Lampley said, the reason we're stopping is because Al Haymon signed up all the fighters that Oscar had, and he refuses to do business with Top Rank or anybody else. He refuses to do business with anybody, so we don't have any fights to showcase any longer. Now, I'm sure they made some mistakes of their own along the way, but if you ask me, boxing went straight downhill after HBO, and, you know, it was already in a bad place, but losing HBO was a hurtful thing. And like I say, hopefully the PBC gets their shit together, because they, you know, one less player in the game probably going to make it even less fights. You see what I'm saying? Right,
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
All right.
Appreciate you, Jerry. I apologize. I forgot you on the phone. That's why when y'all call in, man, I forget about y'all be on the phone, man. That's why I was like, B, man, and just cut your
Well,
camera
I was
off.
listening to Tex and them. You know, I was listening.
I know, I got you. I appreciate you, Jerry. See you tomorrow night.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
You want to L? You want to go, or you want
Yeah,
Kane? I'll let Kane.
go.
Okay,
Go ahead, Kane.
Go ahead. Kane, Kane is working. He ain't even listening. Kane, yeah, he working.
Yeah, well, I'll go
I'll kick him out.
to piggyback off what Jerry was saying. First, I'm gonna say, man, I think Mike get a bad rap, man. To me, the brother very genuine. A lot gets misunderstood in his passion, you know, and sometimes his passion may keep him within his biases. But the brother has a great aptitude of understanding, because even if I've heard him disagree with people upon him initially expressing their contrary ideas or thoughts. But then in the end, you know, they kind of meet up in the same place. So I think a lot get lost in his passion, man. But the brother is definitely, I've learned a lot from him since I've been listening to him on the show. And I think he's useful, you know, and he got some value within this community, just here and even in the real world, you know. Well, not to say this is not the real world, but just in the world in general. But I wanted to say that Jerry made a good point some time back. He says sometimes when it comes to racism, sometimes we give white people too much credit. And I've always felt that way, because the only reason why one of the main reasons why racism is alive and well in the oppressed minds is because we actually subscribe to the notion that we are inferior and they are superior. Again, like I always say, I was never taught that, and I never viewed that. So to me, a white person saying they better than me or trying to prove they better than me, I wanted to show them, like, nigga, I'm about to turn your whole world upside down, and it ain't gonna be from a fist fight. I'm about to outdupe you mentally. And if we gotta take it to a fist fight, we could do that too. But that's not where my first line of thinking was. So a lot of times, man, we just gotta dispel the idea that there is a superior or an inferior man amidst the population of humans, man. Remember this, again, we are equal. We not the same, but we are all equal. Of course, our lot in this place of the world at this very moment in time is different as blacks because of what we came from and what we going through. But the change starts within. I appreciate you, Freddie. I appreciate y'all brothers, man. We'll get back on part 87, man, tomorrow.
See, drive safe,
I
dog.
appreciate the shout outs all the time, Freddie. I'll be listening, man.
All right, all the time, dog.
Y'all take care.
All right, peace. Drive safe.
Thank you, brother.
All right, yeah.
Jay Blast. I met him in the casino. MGM. Shocked the hell out of me. What's up, man? What you got?
Yeah, it was me, you, and L.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing, man. Shout out to the boxing section. You know, even though I'll never beam in, I'll be tuned in. You know, when I get to work, have to catch the show after it go up on YouTube. But y'all be safe.
What time you be up and out?
Man, I get up like 3 o'clock, go to the gym. You know, Fred got us on that workout plan. So
yeah, man. I want us to be here a long time, man. You know what I mean?
So
Shit,
like,
we young. Shit, we got.
Yeah.
We young.
Cause you know I do a 10 a.m. show. I don't know what coach you on, but
1 o'clock for him.
Oh, I'm on the East Coast, man. I'm in Florida, so yeah, I be catching. I catch your show probably about twice a week.
Yeah, I'm 1 o'clock, man. We be on. I go live at 10 a.m.
Oh, so okay, so when I wake up, y'all might be on. Okay, I might have to check y'all out when I'm in the gym. But y'all be safe, man. I'm gonna ride out this hurricane. I'll be
safe. Yeah, you be safe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In that basement.
Do that. And we got to get you back out to the fights, Fred.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Sooner or later.
It ain't
You don't
happening.
believe
Man,
it.
listen, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Why I got y'all attention a little bit. ain't nothing like having two parents, man. I didn't.
Absolutely.
You see it. I see it in my kids, man. Like I'm home on the weekends, and I see how instrumental I am to Lincoln. I see how instrumental Lincoln is to Kennedy, man, and the world sees it, you know. And Lincoln's
10:01. As soon as it hit 10, you get stuttering and shit.
As soon as I what?
As soon as it hit 10, you started stuttering.
Oh. And you know, it's hard to leave now, man. You know, Lincoln got basketball practice every Saturday. I practice with him, you know, and I done fell in love with my house again, you know. So I done fell in love with being home. Be honest with you, I done fell in love with Lincoln beating me up, Kennedy sitting on my lap, and Dre telling me to shut up. I done fell in love with that again, you know. So
it's called prioritizing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's honestly what my heart is right now, you know, and the kids are winning all these awards now, and it's nothing special. It's just two parents, accountability at home. That's it. And my kids know what the word accountability means. You know, so that's it, man. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. So I encourage everybody, man. Parenting, that's the key. That's the key. That's the key to life. If you desire to have kids. So. But I'll get back to fights, especially when Lincoln get of age. Oh yeah. When Lincoln can stay in a hotel room by himself and maybe 15, 16, you know, for sure. So, maybe 14. I don't know. Depends on his maturity. We'll see. Kennedy's a sneaker. Not Lincoln, but that may change because he, you know, as they get older. But yeah, Jay. But I appreciate you, man. It's gonna happen though.
All right, that's real. Y'all have a good night. Shout out to Coach Prime, man.
Yeah, congratulations to him, man. They 3-0. His son is the leading candidate for the HBCU Heisman right now, and that's
Shout
beautiful.
out to Coach Prime. Shout out to EYL. They had a good interview with Coach Prime.
Yeah, I watched the first 25 minutes of that.
Same here, yeah.
You gotta finish
take it in pieces, you know.
Yeah. You'll have that straight hour in your day. So I'm definitely gonna finish that interview. If you guys don't know, Deion Sanders did an interview yesterday. It dropped, or 2 days ago, with Earn Your Leisure, and pretty good interview, man. Prime is a good interviewer, man. Prime is setting the tone. He took a major pay cut. He made a great sacrifice, and he could have been the head coach at Florida State, Florida. You know, he could have getting paid as much as a head coach at any of these D1 schools. You know, so I admire. Even if he leaves, I don't consider that a bad move. He set the tone.
He did his work. Yeah,
he did his work, and not only did he take him there, he took his most prized possessions, his two boys and his daughter. So he's done his part. Now it's time for someone else to grab the baton and make a career, because at some point Jackson State got to make a decision to pay this man, you know, and he has a life to live. He has a family, and I know his
NFL Network.
Yeah, and I know his expense. Yeah, he left the NFL, and I know his expenses is crazy. You know.
Yeah.
You know, he probably got businesses and, you know, down there in Texas. And
check this out. He don't even do like autograph signings or anything. Like he didn't even renew his deal with Michelin S because of his commitment to Jackson State.
Yeah, and he said he said in the EYL interview, if you hire him, you got to invest in Jackson State as well. He understands that. I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of Deion, and hopefully I get a chance to tell him one day, someday. But the tone that he set, a man that can go to the NFL and be a defensive back coach, or be a defensive coordinator, or go to the Florida State and wait on his turn. I mean, it's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Auburn is after him. I'm sure they better be. They better be. You know, and that's in state too. So Mississippi is right across right across the state line. But yeah, congratulations, man. If all of HBCU owe him at least a sandwich or something, steak dinner or something. All of them, because they were on ESPN 3 weeks ago. That's big time for them, and yeah. So you're right, Jay Blast. Congratulations to him.
Kyle, I'll catch you at the fight, man.
Hey, man, I'm at all the fights for the most part. This the first fight I missed that I wanted to go to was Shakur Stevens. That was the first one because, my son's birthday plus bills. So
you'll be at the Barclays though?
Listen, man. If the Lord said the same, I'll be in the building, man. Because
if the Lord says the same,
huh?
If the Lord says the same,
yeah, that's a saying for us Christian folk. You don't believe in that.
Caleb Durrell on the undercard.
Plant Durrell. People think I'm an atheist.
What did you say, Kev?
Is Plant Durrell on that undercard?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good card to go to. See live.
Listen, Caleb Plant gonna dust him too.
We'll see. We'll see.
Listen,
I like both fighters.
He working with Breadman.
Oh yeah.
So,
his movement will be better. Breadman is real good with movement.
Yes.
He fight Anthony, right? The dog.
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they got a formula to beat the dog because his fighter really beat Anthony Durrell in their fight. Kyron Davis.
Okay.
You remember when it was during COVID and they fought?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, man.
Birdman.
Let's get Fred out of here, man, before he fall asleep.
All right.
Appreciate you, Jay Blast. Right. Yeah, and appreciate you, Jay. I'm glad you beamed in. And happy birthday to you, Kyle, man. 34th birthday?
Yeah.
34th, man. I'm glad you had a great time. Hey, that video was on mute, and I knew you were singing Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, for sure.
I was like, he's probably singing Belle Biv DeVoe. And
that's my shit, dog.
I hit the volume, and it was you playing Belle Biv DeVoe. So
that was my shit. We had a fucking ball, dude. So basically, man, one of my homeboys, man, he like one of the biggest party promoters in Oakland, right? And he was gonna give up the karaoke shit. And man, after we came Monday, I begged him. I'm like, bro, you can't get this shit up, bro. Cause I mean, it was so goddamn Fred. When I tell you that shit was so fun, bro, and hella people got up there and shit, man. And so I told him, man, I said, man, should I help you do it, man? Fuck it, cause you can't stop this shit, bro. Cause that's something for me and the wife to go to, like whenever she got like an extra day off, we do the karaoke shit up there. I'm like, man, I need that. We can't take that away from us, man. It shit was fun, man. And then the food is hella good too, so it makes everything worth it. You know what I'm saying? Right. We had a good time, man. Shout out to my boy Kamal. That's who I went to the Errol Spence fight. That was the first fight I ever been to, and that's one of my dogs, man.
I'm glad.
And we already live at the boxing section.
Yeah, just go across the street, man. Go to Top Rank, man. Y'all leaving PBC right now. Leave PBC. Go across the street.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the fighters, man.
No. You more people. You more Top Rank than me because you slow and steady. I'm trying all type of shit. I'm doing shit. I got
pretty consistent.
Listen, right. I got Max and DJ in these 360 deals right now.
Oh man, I love them brothers, man. What's up, DJ, man?
Yeah,
we got the big game this week in Jacksonville. Both
DJ can't get no merch out, man.
Both y'all 3-0, man. We got a big game Thursday, right? Yeah, big game. Miami's playing Thursday. I get to see that quarterback throw that ball.
Y'all.
That's tomorrow. I'm gonna be in the pool watching that.
Y'all team let us down, though, man.
Man, the Giants let us down. What the hell was wrong with them, dog? How the hell did the Giants lose that game? They were so much better than them. They were so much better than that damn team.
They had a quarterback, man.
Oh, Ricky Smiley making a lot. Oh, Pete Hernandez came back, man. We appreciate you, man. I know we went a little bit over yesterday, man.
People Hernandez.
Appreciate. Hey, thank y'all for coming through, man. Yeah, we got to bring that pro-black versus pros guy. Maybe we'll just intertwine it into a conversation, you know, because somebody said Birdman said something about God, and then I heard Deacon voice raised, but I'm like, I thought God was number one, you know. On you know, I think that's a conversation. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's a great show. Hey, and I'll tell you guys, I don't mind Chaotic's delivery. I know some people are. I don't mind if he's right. I don't give a fuck. If he's wrong, I don't give a fuck. You know, a hater came in here the first week of August and said, "Fred, you done gained weight," and I did. I gained like 10 pounds, and I said, "You know what?" He said, "Nigga, you fat." I wasn't fat, but I knew I was plus 10 pounds. That next morning, I got my ass up and I said, "I'm losing that 10." I ain't lying. I swear. You know, the move got to me. I was feeling comfortable in the pool every day, you know, and kids on vacation. So, you know, daddy want to eat steak. Daddy don't want to go to McDonald's. You know, I want to sit down and cut a piece of steak. So I was eating steak and having the potatoes and having a great time. So the Democrats speak in that beautiful tone, and President Obama was eloquent. I'm not discounting him, but sometimes we need that shocker, you know, and he's the only one that's ever done that here. So, hey, you know, so I appreciate what he said. All right, Kyle, man, happy birthday again, man. I appreciate all y'all. And I don't think he's a troll.
Appreciate
it. He really, all the time, he really believes what he says, dog. He really believes. Holla at y'all tomorrow, Mayana. Get in the gym, y'all. KB, man. Let me know when you get to 15 pounds, dog. Holla.